That's good. All right, guys, welcome to the flip side of episode 3. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Dan, who is the man, but also is in demand.
That's pretty good intro.
Is calling you a good friend? Is that a reach, or do you think that's an accurate assessment?
Yeah, pretty good. Good buddies.
Buddies, I feel like we're past the acquaintance level, right? I don't think we're just
Yeah.
acquaintances. I feel like it's hard to say you're a good friend when I actually had never met you in person, but I feel like if we would meet in person, we would click right away. So
Yeah,
I would say good friend qualifies.
that's nice.
Yeah. Welcome to the flip side, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you for being a last minute fill-in too. That was great of
Hey,
you.
hey, I know you had someone fall out, and you're like, who's absolutely doing nothing tonight?
That was my exact thought. I'm like, who has no life and would be available at the drop of a hat? I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Dan.
Who's the worst reseller? Who's definitely probably doesn't have any money, so you can't go out anywhere. It's a holiday, no
Yeah,
family.
that's exactly what my thoughts were.
My
That's
good buddy
exactly where my mindset was. What'd you do today? Yeah, we are recording this on Memorial Day. Should be coming out a couple days later, but it is Memorial Day. How'd you spend your Memorial Day?
I went to Goodwill, had 50% off sale.
Oh,
And I have really bad like social anxiety, and I can't. I hate going to Goodwill on half off days, but the prices are getting so high now that I have to force myself. So I fought through the crowds for a few hours.
oh,
Doing
was
that.
there a big crowds? A lot of
It was
crowds?
ridiculous today. It was
Oh
awful,
wow.
so bad. But
How long would it take to like check out?
actually, the lines were pretty good. So the first store opens at the stores open. They're open 9 to 2 today, and I went to the first store. I was like, I don't know, 15th or 16th in line, and
Oh,
you have to
okay.
get there. You have to get there early, or else you won't get a cart. And then I sell mostly clothing, so I need a cart, clothing and shoes. I can't carry all that stuff. Well, I guess
So,
anything you're buying, you have to
whole
need a cart.
store was half off. Everything.
Yeah,
All the
everything.
item?
It was half
Oh,
off.
okay. Explains the lines. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So I got in and out of there pretty quick there. The last store was the worst. The line went all the way to the back of the store, and it took about.
Wow.
I got there a half hour before their closing, and I barely got out.
Dang.
So
You
and then
had
I
a
fight through
busy
the
day.
yeah, and I'm piled up with a bunch of stuff over here to start working on tomorrow.
There we go. The keyword is start, not end. Right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I actually did list a couple things I got from it today. Some shoes that were, they don't need much. Just a little Wonder Balsam put on it.
Oh, are you already like shilling out? Ready? You already showing your sponsors? You've been here for
Oh
3 minutes.
man, I wish I had a sponsor. I don't. Have you done sponsors?
I've done one.
Uh, flip.
Flip, yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping to do more. I'm hoping I'm getting
I've
to the
had-
level where like the big companies reach out.
Yeah, I like Manscaped or something.
If they pay me enough, yeah.
I see a lot of people I watch. They do not maybe not reselling related, but
Yeah, Manscaped. What's the big one? Like Harry's razors. I see a lot of those.
yeah, hairy razors. Yeah, those are big ones.
What's the? Forgot this. There's a security one too. Some kind of security system one. I already forgot what it's called.
I just watched one. I was just right before you text me. I saw one for Air Up. It's like a water bottle
Oh.
that it's plain water, but when you drink it, it gives you it has a filter in it gives you a scent of a flavor.
So you're smelling something but drinking water.
Yeah, it's supposed to, yeah, it looks like
I shouldn't laugh. Air Up, hit me up, Air Up. If you're down, I'll show some money out for you.
it was on a crime. It was like a crime. One of my favorite crime stories shows videos.
Oh, so podcasts is that? What is your go-to? Like, I thought we were talking about this before the show started. When we list a lot, we do a lot of podcast listening. What is your like? Give me like 3 that you listen to that I should put in my daily rotation.
I listen to. Well, now I listen to the flip side. I was pretty.
Oh, well, that was not. Great answer.
And then I listened to Trash to Cash.
Terrible
Uh,
answer. You went from great answer to a terrible answer. You could not have. There could not have
what,
been a bigger gap in
what about the
quality of
Reseller
content.
Clickbait podcast?
Those are they're in the middle. So like there's the flip side. There's clickbait, and then trash to cash. You can't even see on the screen. You guys can't even see that low. It's down there.
Uh,
What about like non-reselling
yeah, I was
based?
just
Like
gonna say non-reselling. I really enjoy watching Theo Vaughn.
Theo Von's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's hilarious. And oh my god, put me on the spot. Let me think. Who's the other one I listen to?
Well, you said you listened to some true crime one. Is that a common
Oh,
one in your
well,
rotation?
it's a regular show. He does do a podcast. It's That Chapter.
Oh yeah.
He does a podcast. I haven't listened to the podcast. I watched the show though, like his videos.
I consider that kind of even because his videos are long. Some of his videos are 30, 40 minutes long, so that's
Yeah.
long enough to be almost a podcast. That chapter, he does a good job. That guy does a really good job.
And a lot of times when I'm listening, I do listen to. I'm a big sports guy. I listen to Pat McAfee. It's a live show.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah. So
Pat McAfee is like the standard, I would say, because he was a good, decent punter. I don't think he made that much money. I feel like he's making way more money now than he made in the NFL, right?
Yeah, he just well now he's gonna move to ESPN next year.
Oh, really? I didn't even know
And
about that.
I'm a little nervous about that. I like him because he like kind of
Yeah,
tells you. He tells you
ESPN
how it
might censor him a little bit. He might not be able to do
He
his
says
whole
to trust
thing.
them, so I'm gonna trust them. But
Um,
I watch that.
they might make him put some sleeves on and stuff. They might be like, "Yo, we gotta come in with sleeves on."
Maybe.
Did you ever watch that video when he did the Colts pick in Tennessee?
I've seen clips. I
Oh
saw
man, that
clips
was
on like TikTok and stuff.
he trolled him so hard. He was like, "I know I shouldn't be talking smack because I'm a punter, but you guys probably had never seen me before because we never punted on the Titans."
He's awesome. He's awesome. I really enjoy him.
And he's like in wrestling now too, right? Like
He
I've
was
seen him
the
commentate.
he commentated for
Yeah.
a while, and then he left when he started doing game day, and now he's made appearances at Royal Rumble and at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he got the gift to talk, man. He got that gift for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like you, man.
He's
Anytime I have you on a draft, by the way, people message me saying Dan is so funny he doesn't even know it, which I think
I
is
get that all the time.
it's a good gift to have. When you're like so funny and don't know you're funny, it's like the best thing you can do.
Thanks.
Like, did you see that our draft last week got pulled down? Did you see that?
You pulled it down.
We didn't pull it down. WB pulled it down.
I did see that. I saw it the next day, and I was like, you know what? I probably should have thought of that because I was watching the a Pat McAfee show. They had some highlights from WWE on there, and then that they got taken down from WWE.
Yeah, Vince McMahon don't play around.
No.
So the whole world did not hear your whole T-shirt fiasco. I was so upset they couldn't go watch the replay, and here you're talking to us about how you don't have the same shirt on 3 times in a row.
I didn't bring my. I just put clothes away today too. I just did laundry. I do a load on Saturday and a load on Sunday, and then I put it away this morning.
Oh wow, you got that's a week. A week of laundry takes 2 loads to do.
Yeah, 2 loads.
Dang, what do you got? Like 4 shirts a day?
I do 2 shirts.
But they're the same shirt though, right?
The same shirts, different colors.
People that are not aware, so people maybe are not watching online.
This is a new shirt.
So Dan has like 8 to 10 shirts in his rotation, which is the same exact shirt, just different colors. Or some of them are like the same color shirt, but he has like 3 of them.
Yeah,
That's correct.
My only one of this. Yeah, this is my only one of this. This was a brand new shirt I was trying out because I usually wear a Henley, and I got tired of the Henley. I wore that for.
Why'd you get tired of the Henley? What was the?
It felt too fancy. Actually, it has like the collar. The collar here gets like bent down, and it annoys me. So
you don't want to feel too fancy, man.
And it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy. This is summertime.
It is a little, yeah. Henley's a little heavy. Yeah, so.
This is nice and this little thin. Not too thin though. I can't ever be too thin. Then I feel like I'm wearing my shirt off, and I can't go without a shirt on, man. It's.
Was that 100% cotton you're wearing right now?
No, it's 50-50. I can't.
Okay.
I can't wear 100% cotton.
You keep it like the New York Yankees, where they're comfortable one game and then it shrinks the next day.
Yeah, because I got a belly, So to make so I feel comfortable, it has to go. It has to go over. It
So
has
it
to
has to have a little stretch in it. Has to have a little
little
stretch.
stretch. Yeah, my mom taught me that. She's like, well, like, what shirt do you like? And that's how I end up wearing the same shirt. She's like, well, okay, so it's 50. I can do 60-40, but usually 50-50.
There we go.
And
There
that's
we
what I
go.
buy. And
There we
that's what
go.
I can't wear 100% cotton. It's the worst.
It's crazy that you know that because I have no clue what percent cotton my shirts are. So I have no clue what this even is.
I'm because I used to waste a lot of money on clothes. Like I was a guy who bought stuff. That's why I get mad. I'm not too mad when I get returns. I don't mind a return, but like as a guy, when I bought something and it didn't fit or something, I sucked it up and I threw it in the corner and that's where it stayed.
Same.
I didn't return it.
I was the same way.
I didn't return it. So
So
I
now you're
learned to,
upset when guys buy from you and return. You're like, you or
yeah, man. I'm like, what the heck are you returning this
just
for?
suck it up and keep the shirt.
Yeah, resell it yourself or something. I bought a few pairs of shoes that I bought them and my mom's like, are they gonna fit? I'm like, I hope so. And they didn't fit, but I sucked it up and I resold them. And I just
There
sold
we
them.
go. There we go. See,
Well, I hope, yeah,
you're like the ideal customer. You're the customer I would want. That's
yeah.
that would
I
be
don't want to
great.
bother people.
So do you do what I do with the shirts? As soon as I get it, I take the tab and I rip it off, or am I just weird for doing that?
Oh, you take no the tab. It's like screen printed on the tag.
Oh, okay. So you got
I
the
don't
good
have
ones, but if it wasn't, would you? Are
my
you a
shorts. I
tab
just get new
keeper?
shorts and I rip those out.
Oh, okay. See,
I
like
hate
I would
the
say,
shorts.
like people would hate like if I put my clothes on sale, people would hate it because they would have no clue what the brand was, what the size was.
I
That
hate.
stuff is always ripped.
I just left the shirt today. What brand? I don't remember the brand. Oh, it was an LL Bean. It was like one of those chambray shirts, like button shirts. It's a,
Hmm.
they're pretty nice, but it had the someone cut out the size tag, but and I didn't want to mess with it, and it was either small or medium, so I was like, whatever. But like,
There's no small or medium people anymore. They don't exist
I
anymore.
don't know who's gonna buy that, so I left it anyway. But if I have a Yankees jersey I found at the bins, doesn't have the tag in it, and it's big.
Ooh,
It's a big one, and it's in my pile of stuff to work on. I need to. I'm just gonna put the measurements in. I'll do that too, but I hate
is
doing that.
is baseball different than football? Because in football, I know they have actually on the shirt at the bottom. That's the size
Uh,
tag, not on the actual inside.
some of them do, but this way, it's like fade. It's not like ripped out. It's like faded, where they wore it so many times. It's in really bad shape. It was like I bought it because it's. I mean, they're at the bins and it doesn't cost any. It does. I mean, it costs a couple cents. Not literally, but under
Yeah,
a dollar. Under a
under a
dollar.
dollar, under a dollar fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So for the people that don't know, I guess about you, where are you coming live from right now?
uh,
What state are you in?
I'm in Indiana, the great
Oh,
state of Indiana.
great state. What is Indiana known for? What is your like symbol of pride?
Oh man. Well,
Oh man, that's a good start.
there's supposedly like big basketball. I live up towards Chicago, so like most of my stuff, everything has to do like everything's Chicago around here. Like
Chicago, Indiana. Yep, that's
yeah,
I
well,
heard of
yeah,
that.
no, yeah. I mean, close. I mean, close enough. It was when I was a kid, I didn't understand. I'm like, is Chicago in Indiana? Because I didn't understand. Like, where?
You also
Like,
didn't understand if there was beaches in Philadelphia. That was also
I thought there was.
really good at geography.
Oh, did you see my chair just fall?
No, I didn't.
When you watch this in replay, that picture will probably be up.
Oh. That's the one thing people are watching on YouTube. You guys can see Dan shrink throughout the whole
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
It'll be more and more of his back is gonna be visible.
I'll just have to pull my
There he goes. It looks like never happens. Hey,
the
you're
suspension on
perfect.
my
Yeah.
chair. I paid good money for this chair, and I'm gonna wear it. It actually broke or it fell out a couple weeks ago. Like I thought if I was live, I would have fell out of it.
You pulled a Shay.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, but it wasn't broke. Like I lifted it up and I pulled it out,
Oh wow.
and I'm not that strong, so I knew it wasn't like, oh gosh, it's super strong, but
And then it might be time for a new chair. I'm just saying if that's what's happening.
it was expensive, man.
What chair is that? It looks like a gaming chair or something.
It's like a gaming chair, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm a tell them big guy, man. They charge you too much money if you're a little if you have some kind of like weight problem or something. Everything
If you
costs
need
too
if you
much.
need more lumbar support,
Yeah,
the price goes up.
yeah. So I'm gonna wear it to. I don't sit in it that much. Like once in a while when I do my shipping and stuff.
I can't be talking smack. I'm sitting on a fold out chair right now, so I don't even have an office chair. So
Oh,
you're doing better than me.
you have
I
a
had
corner
one.
desk, though? I'm on a shelf. This is a shelf.
No, yeah, I have a corner desk.
It's like
Yeah, I
this.
got-
Yeah, I've seen your videos.
Yeah,
It's like this shelf behind me. It's
that's your desk.
That's my desk. Because this is all shelving in here. This is all shelving. So all my supplies are around here, and I just put my camera is on my computer's on a book. It sits here, and I have game boards, so stuff doesn't fall through. I mean,
Did you ever do like an office tour in one of your videos? I would love to see that.
I people like I like watching. I like watching videos to see how people like when you watch. I am a few. You were like 2 weeks behind on your videos, like what you're recording, and then I was about caught. You were about to catch up to me, and then I've fallen like 2 weeks behind on your videos now. So it's like I'm always going to be 2 weeks behind, I think. But like
Well,
I like to
you
see
just
how people-
stop what you're doing and watch me all day. You'll get caught up easily.
I'm not even. I don't want to. Oh man, I don't want to tell you what I've been watching for 2 weeks.
What have you been watching for 2 weeks? That I want to know.
Oh, it's actually close to 3 weeks. I've been
Who have you been cheating on me with? Huh? I want to know.
Oh, not on YouTube. I've been on my. Oh god, do I really want to tell this one?
Yes.
I've been watching Vanderpump Rules.
Wow, that's.
I've never.
I don't think you were in that age demographic for Vanderpump.
I'm not.
Rules.
I'm not. I had to get a sip of water for that. I don't. It came up on my Peacock, and I saw I like what is that? I thought it was about vampires.
It's not.
No, well, I talked to my buddies Joe and Mike, and I guess I'm gonna embarrass them. They watch it because their significant other watches it, not because
That
they
makes
want to
sense.
watch it. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, they were talking about it, and I was like, what is this? I thought it was about vampires. So long story, I was puppy sitting, and I was like helping potty train a puppy and I was watching a puppy for a few weeks, or not a few weeks, like a week. So I put it on. And then it was like, this show sucks. This show is so stupid. And then it got to the point where, all right, what's happening now? And then it got to the point where, all right, I kind of like this show. This show's pretty cool. And then I got 3 weeks. I watched 10 seasons in 3 weeks. 10
Holy
seasons.
moly! You were like, dang, you went all in.
I'm up to date on Vanderpump Rules. Like
You probably consumed more of that show than anybody else in the last 3 weeks. I think you might should
Probably.
get a trophy or that. You should get a
Probably.
trophy. They're probably having meetings right now. They're like, yo, we are big in the Chicago metro area in Indiana. People are watching us like crazy.
I was taking a puppy out every. I like your videos because I like to see how people set stuff up. Like that's what I like. Like so you moved to Florida. I like how you have your stuff. I like to see how you put your stuff.
Yeah.
And you're in a house, and I'm in like I do everything in my house, and
Mm-hmm.
I watch Dave. He has in his garage. I like to see people's setups. So I'm puppy training, and I had you on, but I like to actually watch. So I like all right. I'll have to come back to this.
I guess that's the good thing about Vanderpump Rules is you don't have to really watch it.
You don't have to watch it. You can just listen. Like I literally last summer when I had COVID and stuff, I got obsessed with Summer House.
Summer House. Man.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of that one, but
it's just as bad as this one.
I like how you went from to this show sucks. Then it's okay. Then wow, I like this show.
Now I kind of miss it for real, to be honest.
So what happens? Like, is it still releasing new episodes? Are they still doing?
They're on the reunion of season 10 right now.
Oh, okay.
Those are like the high. I mean, those get good. And something big happened at the end of season 10.
Yeah,
Scandals.
please don't spoil it.
I don't want
for
to
my
spoil it for
for my
anyone.
audience who may not have gotten to that part yet.
Yeah,
They
so
definitely want to know what happened at the end of season 10.
now I've embarrassed myself by saying watch
But
that
no,
show, but
we
I don't care.
definitely need an office tour on your channel. I would love to.
All
Now
right,
that you
maybe I'll do.
described it, I just like I have a picture in my head of what it looks like, and I want to see. Like I want to
Maybe I
know
will.
like what book your computer's on, what kind of book.
It's Guns of 62, Volume 2 of the Image of War, 1861 to 1865. I found it. I found it at a garage sale like 2 summers ago.
So you have like a plastic shelf with a
Right.
book that your computer sits on.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah,
That'd be good for because I'm gonna try to do. I'm really bad on my videos too, so maybe I'll do that.
it's
It's
gonna be great. I'm
it's
gonna
disgusting.
I'm gonna watch that.
It is
Definitely gotta
disgusting,
watch that.
but that'll be good. They'll give me something to do. I struggle with what I want to do. Like embarrassed in my room. It's like such a
Uh,
disaster.
like messy,
Yeah,
messy. Why
I
disaster?
mean, well, it is. Every time I get cleaned up, then I have like 6 bags of stuff I just bought yesterday,
Yeah,
and then I clean.
anytime I see like a clean working space, I'm concerned for that reseller. I'm like, there's no way you're a reseller if your space is this clean. But like legit, I think my house like clean like is clean maybe like one day out of the month. That's when my house cleaner comes and makes it look nice. But the rest of the time, it's just like stuff everywhere because like
Yeah.
that's just how it works. So I feel like you should nothing to be embarrassed about.
All right. Well, I mean, I got my stuff on a shelf here.
How long you been doing this full time now?
Uh, just about 2.5 years, maybe a
Uh,
little, almost 3 years. I,
For, wow. Okay. So I guess no one. I feel like probably a similar time to me. Well,
yeah,
I went full time 2021. So you did 2020. I'm guessing.
yeah. It was this. Well, yeah, I got laid off. I worked at the poker. I worked as a poker room supervisor at a casino, and we got um sent home for 2 weeks, like March of 2020,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
that turned into like you're off indefinitely. They closed the poker room down, and then like that October. So that whole time I was still supposedly working, but I actually haven't worked since March of 2020. And then in October they let me go. They called
Okay.
they were reopening, and they called me and told me they I have the message recorded on my phone still. They called me up and told me I didn't answer because they called me a few times because I got into the business and I was a blackjack dealer and stuff like that, and they were
Yeah.
trying to get me to come back. They were trying to get people to come back as deal blackjack when they reopened,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to do that. So I was waiting
Oh, is it because like just the money isn't the same? It's not as fun. Why?
yeah, it's I mean it's just yeah, blackjack is just I didn't like it. I mean it just got old. Yeah. Well, so as a poker dealer you kept your own tips.
Yeah.
And as a blackjack dealer, they pulled their tips. But I was a supervisor, so I didn't want to deal anymore. I wanted to,
Oh,
do
okay. You want
so.
to supervise.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it. And honestly, I didn't want to go back as a poker dealer. I didn't want to work in the poker room either. So when if I was getting called back to my job, I wanted to go back to my job. So anyway, they called me up and said they're like, oh, we need you to call us. We look forward to hearing from you. So I called back and they told me they didn't need me anymore. They wanted me to.
What a voice, man. We look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah,
Then you
I was
call
like,
me
well, that's
and
really
you're
weird.
like, your job's gone. Like, oh, thanks.
So it was I gave it was so that was in October. I think it was right at the beginning of October.
Okay.
I did a video on it, and to and then I was gonna give it through the end of the year to see if I could do this, and then I was good for about 6 months, and then after 6 months I kept on going and kept on going. Like I'm always racing to try to keep going. Like I don't make.
Is it really like in jeopardy? Like, are you looking for other jobs if this doesn't work
No,
out?
no, I'm
Or
not looking
no?
for a job. I'm just kind of
Okay.
always, I don't make. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm always the person who watches the people on Instagram killing it all the time, and like, I don't know at what point I'll ever be happy. Like, I mean, I make enough to survive, but I don't have enough to like raise a family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just me. I take care of me and my dog. That's it. But if I had to like provide for a family, I'd have to go get a job. But
What do you think would be what's the holdback between what you're making and what can be making? Is it just like the stuff that's in your area? Maybe it's not just as good or whatever. Or
yeah, well that it's like my processes. It's just my experience. Like when I start in 3 years, I went to just buying anything and everything to sell, and then about 2 years ago, I focused on clothing and shoes, and that's where I do the best. My dog's barking. Dodger.
I I see Steve wants to go out. To see him scratching at the door.
I'll let my brother. My brother went over the dog I was watching with my brother's girlfriend.
Uh huh.
My brother's girlfriend's dog when they went to Cancun, and so my brother comes home from over there, and now my dog like has to smell my brother.
Because it's the dog.
I
Yeah, that
was
makes
worried
sense.
about that. I was like, oh, he'll be okay. He won't do because he usually
Yeah.
just kind of lays there. But anyway, I forget what. Did you start recording again?
No, I never stopped recording.
Oh, you
I'm
never
just,
stopped recording? Oh,
I'm
okay.
just I'm gonna just cut that part out.
Okay.
You know how editing works.
But I mean, not on this fancy thing. I've never edited it on the streamer.
Well,
I
you
don't
don't.
remember what I was saying.
So you're talking about what's stopping you from, I guess.
Oh, from getting better? Yeah, just
Yeah,
like, well, you talk about in your videos like average sale price. Um,
that's a big thing. Average sale price is big.
yeah, and just it's just like fine because space and stuff. So I focus on clothing and shoes, and I just I need to list more. Like I list by dollar amount. So I usually list about
Yeah.
$200 a day, and I strive to hit 1,200 a week of dollars, and I need to raise that. And beginning of the year, I was
Yeah.
gonna raise it, and
To 200, yeah, it's gonna be. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to survive on 200 a day listing. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm always messing with that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, but it used to be like $100, and then it was 100.
Oh, well, there we go. So now you're
You know what I'm saying?
200. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been 200 for probably almost a year.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's time to bump that up.
Yeah, I gotta bump. I mean, just like learning
Well,
to do that stuff.
that's like the one thing I keep telling my people is that like if you bump it up a little bit every month, you don't really notice it. And over a year of time, you're like, wow, I went from
Just every
200
month.
to
That's a good idea.
yeah. I used to do bump it up by 25 every month, and then
Oh,
my ASP when I did it was $25. So it was like it's just one extra listing a day. So it didn't feel like it was that much, but then you go from December to next December, and 25 times 12 is what, like $300. So that's
that's
a
a good
big
idea.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
there we go. Try that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's
Next
awesome.
time I talk to you, you better have a mansion after that. After
No,
that.
I mean, I mean, it's good. It's better than it was. It's better than it was. Every time when I find someone out in real life that I haven't seen for a while, because I honestly I don't go anywhere or do anything. I just work. That's all I do. Like I just go to thrift stores and come home and I do my listings, and that's what I do. I don't do anything else. Whenever I see someone I know,
It sounds like my life. Besides the thrift stores, we play this with garage sales or flea markets. That's my life.
yeah, when I see someone, I tell them what I'm doing. They're like, "That's so awesome!" Like, don't get it, don't get. Oh, I gotta be cool. Don't get it twisted.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Don't get it twisted.
I always like, it's not great. It's not amazing. But if you're like, if you did, if I was like, a stay at home dad or something, or your stay at home mom, like you could definitely, it would be definitely, if I was working and I was doing, I could, if I was working and I could do what I'm doing, like I would just be, probably,
Set. Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Scrooge McDuck over here. That's funny. Yeah. That's like that was I kind of in the same situation as you when COVID was happening because I was a full time mover and I was doing this part time and I was like, wow, if I can get both of my things to continue going the way they are, I was like, wow, it's gonna be. I also felt like Scrooge McDuck, but then the universe had different plans.
Yeah.
COVID came around, you're like, all right, Paul, Scrooge plan's gotta go out the window.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't realize you started. I knew you did the moving thing. I didn't know you started the full time like about the same time.
March 2021, I started, so a couple months after a year. But also because of COVID.
Yeah, that's cool.
Similar reasons to yours, just there's different careers. So tell
Yeah.
me about because like I'm big into poker. So tell me a little
Ooh.
about your poker life. How long have you, I guess, a dealer,
Ah.
supervisor?
So I started in poker in 2006.
Oh
I
wow,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah. I got okay. So before that, we'll go. I'll back up. I'll tell you this real quick. I was working as a store manager for Blockbuster Video when I was like,
There's a throwback name.
yeah. So we used to get like mailed stuff. You would get magazines and stuff that was all about the business, and they had this thing in there. I was a Netflix subscriber, and I saw this thing about red boxes, and they had red boxes down south, and they were in like McDonald's or something. I saw that in the videos, and I mean, I knew just by the way the company was going. I mean, I knew Blockbuster was going to work. I was like in my 20s, and I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And I went on vacation, and on vacation, I went to the casino on. I was on a cruise, and I went on a to the casino, and I was playing 3 card poker with my brother, and I lost, and I went back to the room, and I had so much fun. I went back out, and I went to the ATM on the boat on the ship, grabbed another like $300, lost it all. I ended up losing like $400, was devastated, and but I really liked playing it. And I had just before that I had applied to a casino to be in beverage, to work as in the beverage department as
Uh
like a
huh.
beverage supervisor. And I had taken and then another casino I had went to a in the slot department was going to be a manager. Wanted to was applying to be a manager. And when I came back, I'm like, I got to go to dealer school. So I applied to dealer school, got into dealer school, never played black. This was blackjack, but I needed full time. So they're hiring. They're going to open a poker room. They hired. I'm like, well, I gotta do poker now. I had no idea. I never played poker in my life. Didn't know
Wow.
anything. Know nothing about it. I bought an Xbox 360 game uh, to learn how to play poker, and I liked. I started watching it. Started watching it on ESPN. I don't know if you watched it back then.
The main event, or like
Yeah,
all
and I
those.
would
Yeah.
try to watch the dealer to see what the dealer did, and I was
Oh,
watching
okay.
it, and
Interesting. Yeah.
I got obsessed with poker, and just really enjoyed dealing it. So I started in '06. I dealt at a casino for close to 2 years, and they're opening this big casino, Horseshoe, which own I don't know if they still do. It's part of Caesars. They own the World Series of Poker, and I wanted to work in the World Series of Poker. I
Oh,
wanted to
you
like
want to
deal,
go to like Vegas and stuff.
yeah, I wanted to deal at the Vegas and get into that. So I wanted to work for that company. They're opening a new casino, so I took a supervisor position at one casino to get into the other casino, and eventually that worked out for me. And I dealt for about 10 years before I became a supervisor, just because I was burnt out from dealing. It's fun, but I was kind of burnt out. Like I wanted to do something else, so I got into that, and I liked it, but it was time for something else. And then I kind of got into reselling, like just to get some extra money, just to pay off debt.
So around here in the PA, when I used to live there, I played a lot of poker, and the dealers would deal in one casino, play at the other. Would you ever do that, or you just dealt the whole time?
Oh no, yeah, I started playing. I played online a little bit, and then I did on the way home. I would stop at another casino. I'd stop. I played 3 days a week. I would play after work. I would go play, and I played with my friends and stuff.
Okay.
I became obsessed with poker. Like that, it was basically like I am now with this. I
I
get
feel like that's the same time again for me. It's kind of crazy how we're overlap. You said oh 06, oh 07, right?
yeah. '06 is when I started. Yeah, '06,
Yeah,
and then
I got into it my senior year in high school, which was like oh 07, oh 08.
oh
We would also play with friends every Friday night. We'd go to my friend's house. We would do like a cash tournament for $10. It wasn't like anything crazy,
yeah.
but we went from like one table, then we had enough for two tables. That was we were like, oh wow, we got our own little mini tournament going on here.
Wow.
We got two
I
tables.
still do a tournament every once in a while with my friends that I used to play with, but uh,
It's a lot of fun. It's just like it was like the perfect like Friday night. Like now, I didn't go. I wasn't like a crazy party kid. So I didn't go like drinking or partying or whatever. I just went to my friend's house and we played poker. It
nice to
was
sit and
great.
relax and play cards.
Yeah, that was like who was my favorite player back then? That was like the Australian guy was it Hashem. He was
Oh,
good, right?
yeah, he won. Yeah, I like Daniel Negreanu.
The grind is still good now. Yeah, he was like a kid back then, right? He was called Kid Poker. Obviously, Phil Ivey was always
Yeah.
always good.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you watch any YouTube poker people?
I watched one called Grips
Rick?
Poker, I
I don't
think.
know. Do you know
Grips.
the Trooper?
The who?
The Trooper?
No.
No.
Is he good?
Uh, I haven't watched him for a while, but he was the one I watched, and I met him. He came. He was from South Carolina, and then he went to Florida, and then he traveled across the country to Vegas to move there, and he like vlogged the whole time. And then
Oh.
I was a big fan of him, and like it's like I would send him viewer mail and stuff. Like he was like one of the first people I watched on YouTube.
What did you send him? I want to know.
I sent him a Starbucks. He was big into Starbucks
Uh-huh.
coffee, and I sent him a Starbucks. And then I sent him. My brother introduced showed me who he was on YouTube, and so I binged his channel one day, like for a few days, and then I sent him something, and then put my brother makes fun of me and calls me Bubby. And so I signed this letter to the trooper and signed it, your buddy Bubby, and didn't tell my brother. Didn't tell my brother that I did it, so my brother was watching it, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Who the hell's Bubby?" So I did that. I think I sent him something twice, to be honest. But
So was he doing like vlogs, or was he just doing like poker
yeah,
tip videos? Or
he does vlogs, and he did. I think he still does do. He still does his channel. I just don't really watch it
so
anymore.
he was kind of like Dan Bilzerian, just not as big.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
he traveled when he would travel home. He vlogged, and he came to my casino. And
Oh,
I freaked out when I met him. I was so happy to meet.
dang, no, it must have.
I was
Did
like,
you, did you tell him? Did you tell him, hey, I'm Bubby? I'm
I
the
didn't say
Bubby.
it was, but I dealt to him because one day he was there for 2 days. One day I was a supervisor, and I introduced myself just as I'd be professional, and the next day I was dealing. I was at the time I was a dual rate, so I would deal sometimes and I would floor sometimes. So the next day I was dealing and I dealt to him. I was so scared I was gonna bust him, but I doubled him up, and I got 2 shout outs in his video, and
Oh,
then I was
really?
like, I was the king of the poker room because everyone there watches him. It was
That's
crazy.
awesome.
They all watched him, so everybody was like, they're all excited that I was on there.
You think the video's still up somewhere?
Yeah, I should try to find it, and
That's
if I
cool.
find it out, yeah, I can probably send it to you.
Uh,
I'll look for it because Jen Multiverse, she watches them too, and I sent
oh,
her a
okay.
clip. I sent her a clip when she was wearing a Go Gamble hat, and that's his little thing. It's his merch, and I was like, what the heck? And then when I went to his videos, there's other people in reselling that I see like comment to him that knew him, but he was like the first. He was like, I didn't even know what YouTube was at the time. I had like no idea what YouTube was.
We gotta do like a reseller online tournament. I think there's enough of us to play that we can get at least
That'd be pretty
9 or
fun.
10 people for sure. And we just like do it like over StreamYard with the cameras, but then do it like through some kind of like link. We can make it work. It'll probably be a fun,
You could do a
fun
home
little
game
hangout.
on
Yeah.
Poker Stars. I played on that
Hey,
during COVID with some buddies.
yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea, man.
Yeah,
You get good ideas
yeah.
all over the place.
Make it happen, Dan. It's
No,
my idea, but you could execute.
all right, I'll try.
So that's gonna go down. It's my idea. You're gonna execute. I'll take all the credit. Okay? Can
Okay,
that work?
all right, I'll try. We'll see. All right, maybe I'll write it down.
Add it to your to-do list.
Yeah, my to-do list is sit around here, I guess, and clean. I got big plans of cleaning shoes tomorrow.
Oh, it's a fun day. A fun day of cleaning shoes, man.
Why there's a bumblebee that is fighting in front of. There's 2 bumblebees that are fighting right where I clean my shoes, and they zoom by me constantly all day, and I'm scared they're gonna sting me.
What do you clean them outside? Clean
I
shoes
clean my
outside?
shoes. Yeah, I clean my shoes outside most of my
Okay.
most of my shoes. Once in a while, I'll clean them in here, but not really. I don't trust it.
You gotta get the office dirty. You don't want that. You don't
I
want the
mean,
office dirty.
once in a while, I will. I try not to buy shoes that are like. I used to buy shoes that were absolutely filthy. Now I
Oh
try
yeah.
not to. I try not to.
I don't blame him.
But sometimes I
My
want.
thing is profits, not projects. That's my new
Yeah, that's what. Yep,
my new mentality for Florida is profits, not projects.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But sometimes it happens though too. I don't want
Yeah,
to start pulling stuff out.
if the deal's too good to pass up, you got to clean a
Yeah.
couple things. Yeah, I feel you on that. So you said you went on a cruise. Is that the only one you've been on, or you've
I
done more of them?
no, yeah, I did. I did a cruise when I was super, like, 10 or 12 or something. But then I went on one big cruise when I was like in my I was 20 something. That was the last time. I don't really go anywhere. I don't do anything.
Yeah. So do you travel besides that? Have you traveled outside the country?
Not since I went there. I went there, and then when I was really young, I went to Mexico. That was it. I
Wow.
went to Canada. I've been to Canada. Not much of a. I have. I mean, I got all
You
kinds.
don't leave North America,
It's
huh?
hard to give me. The last time I went to, I went to New York City in 2002. I went 6 months after 9/11.
That's the last time you left your state.
No, no, I went there. No, I went there, and then I didn't go anywhere until like probably '06 or '07. '07, I went to Vegas, and then I took the cruise. The cruise was probably '04 or '05, or no, it was '06, '05 because I started working at the casinos in '06. Yeah, so '05, and then I didn't go any place. I've been to Vegas twice,
And
and
that's it.
each in it, yeah. Like I'm scared of planes. I hate flying. Every time I get
Interesting.
on a plane, it's like something happens, and it freaks me. Last time I got on a plane, it was in a thunderstorm. First, when I left here to go to Vegas, we were delayed because we had a big snow. It didn't snow for like 3 weeks here, and it was a blizzard, and I was going to Vegas, and we sat on the runway for hours while they like de-iced us.
Oh,
So
you already
scary.
on the plane, and then they're like, we can't take
Yeah,
off.
it
Oh,
was
yeah,
so
that's the
scary.
worst. That's the
It was
worst.
so scary. And then when we came home, it was like turbulence the whole time, and
Yeah,
I was like, I'm done. I can't.
I, turbulence, I would say, is pretty common for airplanes because just of how high you fly. I'll probably say one out of every 3 or 4 flights has some pretty good turbulence for me.
Ugh,
So,
it was
so
awful.
if you're not a turbulence guy, your plane's enough for you.
And I hadn't been on a plane since then to the last time I went to Vegas when like the chick across the aisle from me, like she like was crazy or something, and she like passed out. And I'm sitting, and then there's the aisle, there's a man, and then her, and they came to check on her, and the one flight attendant told the other flight attendant they put her in the middle of the aisle, and then the other one, I'm the only one that heard him whisper, "I think she's dead," and I'm like, and we had to make an emergency landing. Luckily we're almost home. We had to make an
I
alert.
think she's dead.
Said that. And I was freaking out. They were gonna they're like, we got to get her up. She was passed. I thought she was dead, but she was like passed out. They're like, we got to get her into a chair because if you're laying on the floor and they land, though, they said that you could break your back or something. So they had to
I
get
don't
her into
know.
a chair. They had to get her into a chair, and so I was freaked out. We emergency landed, and then we had all stay in our seats, and the fire department rushed onto the plane to take her out, and then all of a sudden she gave this like gasp because she came back to life, and I was like freaked out for a while, and I could not get on a plane.
You got some
I
good luck with planes, man.
I'm scared to death. Ugh,
I guess
scared to
that makes travel hard. If you're scared of planes, traveling is kind of hard.
I'm
That's
scared
for
of
sure.
boats. I'm scared of cars too, to be honest. Trains. I don't like
Train.
trains.
Okay, so no trains, no boats, no planes, no cars.
I hate everything
Yeah,
pretty much.
I guess you just gotta walk.
I got problem. I got problem. I don't, man. Walking. I always think someone. I was just walking my dog yesterday, and I saw these kids come in, and my first thought was, they're probably gonna beat me up and get my dog. And I
Wait,
see,
wait, kids? Well, like
yeah, like
we're
they're on
talking
a
about
bike.
like elementary school kids.
Probably like high school.
You're like what, in your 40s, right?
Yeah, I'm 42. I can't beat up three high
And
school
you
kids.
have a fear of high school kids coming up and stealing your
Three
dog?
kids on a bike. I'm scared of.
You're watching too many movies, man.
Wow. A few weeks ago, I think there's someone like kicked my front door.
Yeah, you
Like
told me that
smashed
on the live.
at
Yeah, yeah.
like 2 o'clock in the morning, and the cops came over. I called the cops the next morning. They came by, and they went into my garage to make sure no one was in there or anything. And I told the cop, I'm like, look, I'm like, I watch so many crime movies. I'm like, I'm paranoid like crazy. I can't take it. And he's like, yeah, I understand. I'm like, I'm sure. I'm like, you live this, so I'm sure. But I'm like, I'm freaked out, man. I can't take it. I see people driving. I think they're gonna steal my dog from me. Because you see, I
Wow.
watch the news.
Yeah, you watched too many of that chapter, man. That chapter got
Oh
your whole
man,
brain messed up, man.
I was gonna watch it, but I watched one today where the lady, you see, she got charged with killing her husband. She poisoned him, and then she didn't get caught for like a year. She wrote a book on dealing with loss.
Oh, I heard about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it
on
was like a
her.
best-selling book of dealing with
Yeah,
grief, right?
yeah. She wrote a
And then they
book on
finally
it.
arrested her. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta watch that one, dude. Because yeah, I remember. So this is how, because I'm a big Dead Chapter guy too. So whenever like something like that happens, I Google that name and that chapter and see if there's a video made on it, and then like if it was, I watch it. So like when there was
Oh,
the whole like Alec Murdaugh trials happening in South Carolina, I was like, all right, that chapter. Tell me what happened. He's like my Cliff Notes guy for true crime.
yeah. I binged. I've seen. I think I've seen every one of his videos. I I binged it when I found it, and I started binging it.
Got to get him on the show in the future. It'd be fun.
Good luck.
Why? You don't think
He
Mike gets
might.
on shows?
I'm saying good luck.
It sounded like a good
I'm
luck that
saying
will
good
never
luck.
happen. That's what it
So
sounded
I mean,
like.
if persistent, if you're persistent, maybe.
You know, I told my friend I was gonna get Dan the Man on the show once, and they were like, "Good luck." So and it happened. So
No, they're probably like, you'll probably get him because he's probably not doing anything. They
they were
probably.
like,
I was thinking,
they were
oh
like,
my God. I was sitting. I was reading through this.
"Oh, you got it. You got
I
social
got it. I've
sabotage."
opened it. I've opened it once, and then I'm like, oh, let me look through it again today.
Yeah, yeah. Some of those cards are crazy, man.
Yeah, they're a little nuts. I was looking at it. I had an idea for it, and I was like, let me look through it and see what I got.
Yeah,
And
I had to sift through it for my live. I was like, we can't put all these
yeah, I
cards
heard
out.
you. I
So
remember you saying that, and I was looking through. I'm like, yeah, I guess you have to do that. You have to
yeah,
look. Some of
because
these you
some of
can't
them
look.
were a little too vulgar.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a fun game. That was the best when you had to like take 10 selfies
Oh, that was
with no
fun.
no explanation. Did
That was
anyone ever
fun.
ask you about that? By the way, they always like, yeah, what's going
I
on?
had a few. I'm really bad at it because at the time you said no. I had a few people make comments. They didn't ask me. There was people who were watching the live that
Okay.
they commented, but no one else. No one else. They probably fast forwarded through on their story. I'm pretty bad with my Instagram.
Yeah, so people that are not aware, so I went live for my birthday, and I had a bunch of my friends on there. Dan was on there. Played a game called Social Sabotage, and Dan had to post 10 stories on his Instagram of 10 selfies, just no explanation, just 10 selfies in a row. That was Dan's thing.
It's so much fun.
The funniest one
Anybody
was a Tim. He had to like text his mom something like, I got like 47 birds. I need to get rid of or
I
something.
saw that card. I don't. What was it? He had to get rid of something. He had. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if birds were
Right.
illegal or something like
Yeah.
that. I have 47 of them and they need to be gone. And
Yeah.
then the best one was like Miss Staffy, when she had to DM somebody boxers briefs
Yeah.
or commando.
Yeah. That
and
was
she
awesome.
and she called the guy live, and he was like, briefs.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was a fun time. That was a fun time. You got to go live and do it on yours.
I was because I've been so bad. I've had different ideas of.
You got to do it with Joe and Mike. That'll be great.
Oh my gosh, we stopped doing our live because it was so hard to get us be able. It was hard to constantly keep up with it.
You got different schedules.
Yeah, it was like something was happening. We were gonna have to take a few weeks off, so we just decided to end it because it was like, okay, after a few weeks we have to do this and do that, and then every time we've tried to like just do like something together, like, and it's just we can't get three of us together at one time. It's very hard. Like they both have,
I heard from them was that you wanted too much money to keep appearing on the show. That's the rumor they were saying. They were like, we couldn't keep Dan in line.
See, I'm nice. They both have three kids, and they're all in sports, and they have to do all kinds of stuff, and they work and stuff. So they don't have the time.
Also,
So
it was
then-
them.
Yeah, it's
They were
not
saying
me.
it was you. That's what they were saying.
No, definitely not me.
They try to pull the it's not you, it's me excuse. You
Yeah,
know,
pretty much.
they,
Yeah.
they didn't know that you invented the it's not you, it's me. So people are not aware. Dan's name used to be Art Vandelay on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So big Seinfeld fan.
Yeah. I was a big Seinfeld fan. I haven't watched in a long time. I should start watching it again.
Oh, no,
I
I
love.
have it. So I have YouTube TV for my streaming service for my cable, and it has like a. And then I don't know how much I have. Feel like I have unlimited space on my DVR. So like I just have Seinfeld like recording whatever. So whenever I feel like I just go to DVR, just find a random episode that they
Oh,
record and I watch
nice.
it, and just fast forward the commercials and stuff. It's still good. The show hit back in the day. It's still so funny now, man. I love Seinfeld.
It was yeah. It was one of my favorite shows. Uh, yeah. So I just had I did I mean, I just gonna jump in and I'll tell you why I was doing I went to a Cubs game this is a long time ago. Went to a Cubs game on a rooftop, or I don't know if you know baseball. The rooftops.
Yeah.
We had it. I was doing it with some friends, and I had to give them a name for for their
With the,
group, and I didn't want to tell them. I just wanted to tell them my name, so I just told them Vandalay Industries just to be funny. Just thought it'd be fun, just as for myself.
yeah.
And when I was there, my brother's buddy was like, how do you get set up with Vandalay Industries? This place is awesome. I'm like, this is from Seinfeld. And then they like clicked in my head. I'm like, yeah. So I just made all my usernames was Art Vandalay. And then
Wow.
some were like Art underscore Vandalay, and then some were Art Vandalay, and then because everyone if you search Art Vandalay, there's tons.
Yeah.
So I added at the time I added like 219, which is my area
Area
code.
code. Yeah.
Just to, so everything could be uniform, just so I could remember my usernames for everything. So I started a channel, and I was already in chats and stuff, and I started a channel, and I just started using Art Vandalay, and I was
There you go.
never gonna go by Dan or anything. I was just gonna have people call me Art, like just I was scared. I didn't want people to know I did YouTube or anything, so I was just
Uh-huh.
gonna be Art, and then that didn't really work at all. And then I kept on like I don't know, man. I just kind of like I don't know. If you're like, oh, I love your name, and I felt stupid saying thanks because I didn't come up with Art Vandalay. Felt like I was,
Well,
so
I think the people that said I love your name know about Art Angle. I don't think they're like, oh, that's a creative name.
yeah.
I think they just for probably Seinfeld fans, and then they
So
knew.
I pondered, like I kept on going around for a while, like if I should change my name or not. And I had a few names in mind, and I just one day on a whim I just did. I'm like I'm doing it. Because I struggled a lot with trying to keep up with my channel, and it was like all right, it's like a fresh start. I'm gonna do it today. And then I just on a whim I just changed my name, and
Boom.
yeah,
You
I kind of
change your
wish I kept
name.
Art
You,
Vandalay.
you got a new logo. You got stickers made. You just did it all on a whim.
Yeah, I paid for this is when I had a job too. So I would just blow money. I have so many designs for names and stuff that different names.
Really? So you can just keep making
It
new
was
channels
like
if you want.
it was a while, and then since John Cincinnati Picker, he said something about Dan in demand, Dan on demand, and
Hmm.
I went with that. I had other one was Art Van Dan was going to be another name I thought about. I thought try to keep Art Vandalay, but like be me,
Art
So
Van Dam. That
and
sounds
then
like
it sounds like
sounds like
Rob
a
Van
Rob Van
Dam.
Dam. That's
That's
how I was like. It sounds like a
yeah,
wrestler. Yeah.
yeah.
That would have been
That's
a good one. So in case this doesn't work out, that's a good
that's
backup.
I've thought about having it a second like I'm not like I can't. I don't know how you do it with 100 channels plus a podcast
Well,
now.
you can do second child. You can just do Dan not in demand.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I even Googled because like most of the time
the
it's
videos that
finding
are not in demand, just put those in there.
that would have been better. Dan not in demand.
uh, man, it was $1 million idea. Now it's gone.
I thought about just being Dan Demand.
Oh, just Dan demand.
Like it's like my first and last name, but then it almost sounds like Dan the Man. You know what I'm saying? Dan the
Yeah,
Man.
but
But
you don't want that kind of confidence. You don't want the ego being up there like you're the man.
yeah, well, I
You
need
don't, you
some.
don't want that.
Yeah, I'm more of a yeah. I need to make sure I make myself feel bad.
It's funny. But you're sticking with Dan demand. That's gonna be that's
I
gonna be you
can't change it.
for the long haul.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, I need to make videos and stuff before I decide to change my name again. I thought about just starting another name. Starting an art vandaling channel, just doing another channel. I just like, oh, I'll just do something different. I think it was it the podcast you did, your first podcast, or it might have, I had to been, because I know, I'm pretty sure it was you. It's I struggle with, because this is what I do now, and I after working all day, I don't want to, like, I feel weird doing videos and stuff about my job, like doing this. It used to be an outlet when I went to work, and then reselling was like my hobby, and
Yeah.
I made the videos and stuff. And I don't have a channel where I'm not really, I don't know what I'm doing, so I
Yeah,
don't.
Amber said that about because
Yeah,
she wanted to think about doing videos about actuaries, and
yeah, that's what it was.
she's like, I'm an actuary all day. I don't want to go home and then make videos about actuary things. Yeah, so
I felt like that.
it's I get where you're coming from. It's a lot of, and like my vlogs, I'm kind of getting a little burned out on those too, because it's like it's the same thing almost in every single vlog. It seems like to me. Like in the past, I always thought like, oh man, I need to incorporate beach time or whatever. I have to go somewhere to make it entertaining. Now, I just like I'm so busy, like I don't have time for that. And then like I'm like, oh look, guess what, guys? I woke up, I ate, I listed, I
Well,
shipped.
you
All
do
right, next day.
you do your meals and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, that's the fun part, and that also is kind of also what's the word I'm looking for? Accountability to me to not eat junk food. I'm like,
Uh,
oh, I gotta cook. I gotta make content out of this, you know. So it's accountability for me on that aspect as well. But we'll see. This weekend, you'll get caught up a lot on my vlogs. Let me tell you, I did not record anything on Saturday. The whole day Saturday, did not record
oh,
one thing on the vlog. Yesterday, I did an intro, and on like I did like a 5 minute recording on Sunday morning. That was it. Today, I just recorded like at 6 p.m. for like 10 minutes for the vlog as
yeah,
well.
the
So,
weekend.
well, I did a lot of vlog style stuff yesterday. You'll see, but it was I was doing I think I can say it now because the video's gonna come out pretty soon. I was doing like a listing challenge with Amber Resells, Common Tags Courtney, and Bob Buys,
Oh, okay.
and we did like a 50 closed listing challenge yesterday. All four of us were listing them, and we were making like vlog style videos about it. So I did do a lot of vlogging yesterday, but it's gonna go on my main channel, not on the vlog channel.
Oh,
So
that's going on your. Oh, okay.
yeah, and I'm excited about that one because I did a lot of different like angles of different forgot the term for it. No, it's like not a video. It's a setting on your GoPro where it's not a time lapse. There are a
Oh,
bunch of
time.
different time lapses of me taking pictures and taking photo measurements. I hope it's gonna look cool in the vlog. We'll see how it
Oh,
goes.
I was
But
gonna say, have you looked at it yet? I
no,
like doing some time. That was the fun part, is trying to learn how to is I didn't know anything about edit. When I started, I didn't know anything about edit. Not that I know anything now, but I know a lot more now than I did. And I had so
yeah,
much fun
same.
doing that. And it's like I don't have. I lose track of time. I don't have enough time in the day to keep up with all that stuff. So
That's the
much fun.
most fun part for me. That's kind of why I want to do the vlogs, because I can actually branch out and try different things, try to make different B rolls and do this and that and make it more fun. When with the garage sale videos, it's kind of hard to bring much editing into it, you know, because it's just a
Mm.
GoPro camera on me. I can't really do any hard cuts or anything like that. My biggest editing thing is like adding a green screen. That was like the biggest thing I could do, so I added that. But my creativity channel, I guess, is the vlogs. I can play with different B rolls and different time lapses and try to make it work. That's why I hope like Skillshare sponsors me one day, so I can just take some classes on editing and make it become even better at it. It'd be great. I saw. Do you? I don't know if you watch Courtney Comment Tags video. She did a chatty work with me yesterday video on her YouTube, and she was sponsored by Skillshare. I was like, oh
Oh,
snap!
really? Nice.
I'm like, oh, okay, so they're looking into resellers. So I'm like, all
What?
right,
Cool. Yeah, I didn't see that one. I've seen some of her chat. I put some of those chatty work with me's
yeah.
on. I like those.
Those are hard. Like people think that's easy. You hit record and you talk. To imagine trying to talk for an hour straight and make it entertaining and educational, and keep your mind focused on working and provide good information. That is hard to do.
I can,
I wouldn't be able like. I edit a lot of my vlogs because I say stupid things that I'm like, no, that's not how that's not how I want to come out. Edit, start again.
how much time do you spend editing? Like having to edit? on your
The
video.
vlogs now.
Yeah, I know you
The
said before
vlog,
you were gonna cut.
the vlog, I can edit in half an hour.
Oh, really?
It's
You just do like
I do it on 2x speed, and just sit there and focus, and then just because editing the vlog is just trim, delete, trim, delete, trim, delete. That's pretty
mhm.
much it. And sometimes I'm just like, all right, it was stupid, but I fixed it, so we'll just keep the original in and whatever. So, vlogs are about half an hour. Main channel video is about 4 hours.
Oh wow.
The big I released a big one on my main channel last week. The video was like an hour long. That one took me 12 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Oh, man.
that one wasn't fun. But usually main channel is 2 to 4 hours. Vlogs about half an hour. So like I had somebody send me a screenshot. It's pretty funny. I talked about this in my vlog yesterday. Somebody sent a screenshot of somebody in live talking smack about me and saying I'm not a full time reseller. I'm a full time YouTuber now
Yeah.
because I have so many videos out there like. Don't listen to Paul. Paul's not a reseller. He's a YouTuber. That's all it is. And I'm like, if you break it down, I edit 2 main videos a week. That's 6 hours, 8 hours of work. Then I edit 4 vlogs, which is 2 hours. So I spend 10 hours a week editing videos. How does that make me a full time YouTuber? It's just like,
I don't like to listen to that kind of those things. It's kind of
well, a lot of them come from people that try to make content, didn't work, and now their YouTube isn't growing. So anytime they see some success, like, oh, don't listen to that guy. He's a YouTuber. He just cares about YouTube and all that. I take it for a grain of salt. I'm like, I made it. People are talking about me. I guess I made it.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long did you do? How long have you? When did you decide to do a channel like your first channel, like your main channel?
2019,
You
uh, fall of 2019.
you just wanted to do a channel?
Again, I did it because my friends wanted me to do it. My friends wanted to see
Oh, you
my
did do that. I
my
knew.
storage, but then my friends' interest lasted about 5 videos. So the friends, they were like, show us what you do. It's gonna be so much fun. And again, they had these like high hopes that I was finding like Picassos and like gold and like guns, and they were like, he just finds couches and like he finds couches and clothes. This is boring. So they're like, my friend legit like watched 5 videos. You could see it like on back in the day. I had like 300 views in the first video, which I thought was insane. Like, wow, 300 people are watching this. This is awesome. Then by video 5 was down to like 30. They all lost interest, and I still have to this day. I whatever. What is today? 2023. If you sort my videos by like lowest to highest, I still have some videos that don't have more than 50 views on my main
Really?
channel.
I
But
know.
for channel of like 27,000 subscribers, I have videos that have less than 50 views.
One of my first video I don't even have posted on my very first video. I took down. I took down.
Oh, you took it down?
And I'll tell you why, because I had no clue on. I was like, I don't really know what. I don't know what reselling is really. But I made a video on. I had this idea. I was going to start drop shipping, but I had no idea what drop shipping was.
Wow.
So my whole
Okay.
video was like, oh, I really want to do a channel. I want to make a channel, and I'm going to make a channel on drop. I bought this board game, and I listed it, and I was going to buy it off of Amazon. It was a Monopoly, I think Monopoly game, unicorns versus llamas, Monopoly, and
What?
it's there's some Monopoly
Unicorns
game.
and llamas Monopoly game.
Unicorn
Okay.
versus llamas Monopoly, and I went to go. I posted it, listed it. It sold. I went to go buy it on Amazon to drop ship it, and the thing had sold out on Amazon. That's why the person came to eBay to buy it. So like, I ended up buying it for like $90, and I sold it for like 30 or something stupid like that. But I put the video out, and I'm like, this has no. I only wanted to do reselling videos. I'm like, no, this isn't reselling, so I'm not putting that out there. But like my second or third video was like Art Vandalay versus llamas versus like unicorns, and it got like a bunch of views, and like everyone came because they thought they were watching like unicorns. Like a lot for like I had like 9 subscribers. But like I think it has like close to 700 views now. Like so we're not like great, but I was like, people are very disappointed.
Is that still on your channel?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I got to see that
I,
after the show's
I
over.
didn't want to take any of my videos. I only took that video down because there's nothing to do with reselling, so I took it down because like it was just nothing to do with it. But it was like I'm gonna be a YouTube person, and I had this whole thing. I was never. I don't even know if I'm pretty sure I didn't say my name was Dan because I was never gonna go by Dan. But like I had to make sure I wore a hat because I was like scared. I'm like I never wear a hat anymore, so I'll wear a hat. No one will notice me, and I would wear like the same thing every video. I had my Cincinnati Picker sweatshirt on and a hat, and I was like, because Cincinnati Picker wore a hat, so I gotta wear a hat. I'm gonna wear a hat. No one's gonna notice me. I'm gonna make videos, and then
So we do like the opposite of so I was doing videos for my friends and family. You were just like, I don't want my friends and family to know that I
oh
have
my
a
god,
YouTube channel.
I
Okay.
didn't want them to know. I was gonna be so embarrassed when they found out. I
Do
told
do
my mom and I told
do
my
they know
brother.
now? Do a lot of your
Yeah,
friends know now?
yeah, a lot of people. I do have some. I do have some friends who watch. When I run into them, they're like, "Yeah, why? I watch," or they'll text me. How come you haven't made a video in a while? They'll watch, but
Okay.
I'm not. I wish because I'm very like. I wish I never would have cared. I would have started a long time ago. I was scared about starting, but yeah, I didn't.
Th-
But at the time, I didn't want anyone to know. I didn't.
That's
I
a
don't go like screaming.
very deep statement right there, man. I wish I
What?
never would have cared. I would have started a lot earlier.
Yeah.
That's gonna be thinking deep for a lot of different things for many different people, man.
Oh yeah.
That holds a lot of us back. Caring about what people think that holds us
I'm
back
trying
a
to.
lot.
As I'm getting older, I'm thinking. I'm like, man, I worry too much about everything. So I like. I wish I wouldn't worry about that. I wish I wouldn't worry about that, but I
It is what
try.
it is now.
Yeah, it's too late
You
now.
gotta stop caring now. So stop caring about the mess in your office and just show me a tour.
I know. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll do it. Well, here's my
There we
room.
go.
I'm sure
There
that
we
at
go.
some point there's a because this room's changed a lot since I started. Because my brother's my roommate, and so this is my work room, but like we share this. Like he has stuff in here too, so it's not like just mine. That's the hardest
Okay.
part about. That's the hardest thing about stuff is that I don't. It's
Well,
hard to.
that could be your excuse. Every time there's a mess, you're like that's my brother's, even though it's not his. You can just
Most of it's mine. Most of it is mine, but
say, "Don't mind the mess. I room with my brother, and this is all his stuff."
I mean, it's not like it's just I like to, it's, you see the Commonwealth, the shed and stuff, like it looks nice, and you see so many people's stuff looks, it's all set up, it's so pretty and stuff.
I,
Mine's
I,
just like
I'd
duct
say
taped together.
I've been to the shed. He has parts of that combine or whatever you want to call his area
The
that is
compound.
not compound
But he does say it. He does say it that he
that
cleans it up.
isn't that clean.
He
That
cleans it.
that shed is like his storage area. Like there's not much work happening in the shed. There's other parts of that compound where it's not so camera ready. I'll just say that. So yeah.
Yeah,
But I would probably say he's probably like one of the cleanest people that I know, though, when it comes to reselling. But he was also a teacher most of his life, so you have to be kind of clean for that, I guess. But,
I just oh god, I'm just looking around right now. Oh, it's a mess. Not as bad. It's not
how big is the house you're trying?
oh man, I'm not one of those people. It's a 3-bedroom ranch. It's,
You can't
I don't
tell
know
it's like
square footage. I don't know
1,200 square. Okay, so tell me this. Okay, how much of the house is dedicated to reselling? Just your room in the shed or whatever?
this room, and then in my room. I have my room's right next door here, and that's where I take pictures of my clothes. Is in my
Okay, it's in your
personal room.
bedroom. Okay.
I have 2 closets in there. One closet is like a full. It opens up with like 2 doors, and the other one's like a room closet. But it's like I have a shelving unit in there, and it's full of stuff. Like it's like stuff that's can't. I keep most of my stuff out in the garage, and then I had my entire reselling business was going to be in my room, just on that shelf. That was all I was going to list. I got into this thinking I'm going to be like this Amazon guru. I don't know how many classes on it to figure out how to do it, how to make, $20K a month.
You thought you're gonna have that crazy sell-through rate that the stuff was gonna just fly out your shelves
Yeah.
every single minute? Okay.
But just a, I have a, like a backdrop that I put across my bed, and then I have a hanger, and I put my clothes that I'm gonna picture for the day, and then I have a like a little drawer has all my plastic stuff in there, and then that's where I take the pictures, and then I take it all out. Either it comes in here or it goes. I file it away right away. So it's a
See,
little bit of my
that would be fascinating to watch. Again, another reason you should do a tour. I would
I
love to see
feel really
how that
weird
goes
having
down.
people. I have a few videos where I cut I'll pull something from there, and it feels weird having people in my bedroom. It feels really weird. The one time I was like pulling something, I'm looking the back, and it's like you could see it's my bed, and you could see like I had like glass, and then there's right next to my bed there's like this big bottle of lotion right there because I like it's the winter time and I had dry hands, but I'm scared someone's gonna like pick on me because I mean it's this gigantic bottle of lotion. Like
Well,
right
now
on my
they
neck.
might. I'm just gonna say now after hearing this, that they might have questions about the big bottle of lotion.
Dude, maybe eventually. I did have an idea. I bought. I bought these Blink cameras. They're like night. They're cameras that Blink is like some kind of Amazon company where it has like internal. It's a camera for inside, and it works at night and stuff. And I've had these ideas where I'm gonna film. You know the videos where people are like, they wake up from sleeping and stuff. I was gonna record myself sleeping, and I probably have. I wake up. I usually have a headache and my throat's dried out, and I'm sweating because I'm pretty sure I have sleep apnea. And I wanted to like make my video start off with like the people sleeping like
Well,
they're all.
wait, you know that's set up.
I know it's set up, but I wanted mine to be real. I was gonna make mine real.
I'm like, you can legit just put a camera after you wake up, go back into bed, lay down,
Yeah, but I
until you
wanted
just
to
woke
film
up.
myself through the night sleeping.
Um,
I want to do a day in the life and like literally film myself sleeping in the day in the life. And that's probably I have to dust my room first.
You were going next level of that stuff. Huh? You were like, yeah.
Like I want it to be, a little creative, but yeah, because it's like the bedroom is not as I wanted to have some fun with. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be funny.
That would make next level if you just put
I
a
want to see
time
what I'm doing in
lapse.
my sleep. I wake
It,
up miserable every morning, like just miserable. Heads
there's
pounding.
times where like I don't know if you move around in your bed. There's times where I go to bed vertically and I wake up horizontally. I don't know how it happened, but like my pillows are on the floor. And I'm like, what did I do last night? I
I
went from
usually have
this
my
to
legs
this.
hanging off, like they hang off the bed, like
Well, I'm huge, so my legs always hang off. That's why I have a king for myself, and I like usually try to get like diagonally on it, and I fit. But sometimes I go from vertically to like horizontally, and I have no clue how it happened. And I'm scared because in my bedroom I have a wire rack right next to my bed with all my fragiles because I don't want to put them anywhere else. I'm putting them in my bedroom, and I'm like, if I keep sleeping horizontally, I can easily knock that thing over, and then all my fragiles are on the ground, and
that's you.
that would be good content, I guess, though. If I
You gotta
if
get
I
a
do,
camera. Set up a camera.
yeah, I should to see what happens. See if I go from vertical to horizontal. See what kind of battles I face. Because people tell me that I sometimes sleep. Sometimes I talk at night. I know I snore quite a bit, but it would be fascinating to see what you do. Because sometimes, what if you like sleepwalk? You don't even know about it. Well, imagine that you find that out by recording yourself.
Oh man, I would wake up. There would be no. I have so much pain when I wake up. Like, just my back hurts. Oh
Do you have a good mattress?
yeah, I bought a mattress. Like I don't know the brand. I spent good money on a mattress probably
That
a
was
year.
my biggest thing. I had so much sleep, so much pain in my back when I slept, but then I got a new mattress and it was like a game change. Like it was
Mine
insane.
is very comfortable. I had an old mattress I bought, and it lasted like a year or two, and I like completely destroyed it. So when it was really bad, I bought a new mattress. It was probably 5 years ago now, probably. And I rotated every 6 months. I rotated. I
Are
got
you
a
supposed
clock.
to do that? You have to do it?
Yeah, I think so. I put a clock on my phone. It reminds me every 6 months to
You
rotate.
get everybody to rotate the mattress. Interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
what's the point of that? Like so like
So you like sleep. So you kind of like it wears out this because like if you sleep in the same spot when you rotate it, you're gonna sleep in the same spot, and it kind of
oh
and you can feel it. Oh man, it feels so good when you switch it. I
oh
just switched it
I get to do
probably
it six
3 weeks ago.
months. Every six
Yeah, it
months.
feels amazing.
Okay, so
I
I
don't
gotta
know.
put that. I'll put a. I started with this one in February. So what's 6 months from February? So it's like
August.
like yeah. Okay, so I gotta put on. I'm doing it
I
right now.
I mean, it has to be a thing because there's no way that I like thought of that myself. Like I had to have heard that from something.
August 1st, rotate
There you go. Matches.
mattress.
Yep. Yep.
Boom. August 1st, it's going to be a Tuesday. I have that on my to do list.
Yep.
And when I check my phone and I film my vlog, I'll give you credit for when I
All
do
right.
it.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
like,
go.
I got this idea from Dan. He says I can rotate
It
my
has to be.
mattress.
I didn't come up with it though, because there's no way I thought it. I'm not that smart.
It's mine's also like a double-sided one, so maybe I should need to even to flip it too. Maybe I should do that.
Oh
But
yeah,
shit,
you could do that. That'd probably be
go
good too.
like all out. That would be crazy.
Yeah, mine's like a pillow top mattress or something. It doesn't flip.
Interesting.
It doesn't. I had to buy. I wasn't gonna buy the. I bought it. I had my great grandfather's bedroom set with the frame and everything.
Dang.
And I put this. I put this mattress on there. This mattress is heavy, and I put it on there, and I had like this little. It's only a full. It's a full bed, and I had.
You sleep on the full?
Yeah, just a full.
Bro, you gotta upgrade, man.
Man, I'm a struggling reseller over here, man.
You gotta get at least a queen for yourself, man.
Actually, I mean, it's. Oh man, I wish, but probably not. I gotta burn this thing to the ground before I buy something new.
Just save up and get a king. Just go all out, get a king.
I don't
It's
even
not.
get
It's
food.
not as expensive as you think.
Really?
When I moved here, yeah, I got it on Facebook. I bought a king bed. It was like $150, king size bed, and then search. You'll be surprised. Search mattresses on Facebook Marketplace. There's so many people selling brand new mattresses from like warehouses and stuff for dirt cheap. I spent $450 on mine. And
Really?
it came with a box spring and it came with a mattress and it was delivered. $450.
Man, I think I paid $1,000 for my mattress.
Yeah, and it's a good mattress. It's great. I'm all in $600 all in, and
I paid like $400 for the box, not the box, like the new frame, because the mattress is so heavy. When I put it on my old bed frame, and it like fell through. Like I went to go lay on it,
Wow.
and it fell through because it was so heavy. And I had this old bed frame that it just didn't work. So then I slept on the floor for like 2 weeks. Then I think the bed frame was like $400. So it was something crazy.
Dang.
It was when I was balling though at the time. I was balling. Just making money, you know.
You had that dealer money, man. You were making those tips.
Man, it was good money, man. Good money.
Do you remember your best day as a dealer? How much money?
I
you made?
dealt 2 bad beat hands.
Oh, like bad beat jackpots.
Yeah, I dealt 2 of those.
Oh,
so
okay.
I made one I made $2,400 tip on, and then one I made like 12 or 1,400, and it was like the night of Thanksgiving, and I gave everyone I worked graveyard. I gave everyone that was working. I gave everyone $100. And
that was nice of you.
Yeah, I was so excited. I never thought I would deal one, and then
So people that don't know what this is, a bad beat jackpot is some casinos run a promotion, right? That if different people have different hands, what was the one you had? Quads are better, or was or?
Yeah, it was quads. It was quad jacks. We had quad jacks are better. Had to be.
Oh dang, that's like very hard to deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that somebody could need to have quad jacks of poker. Quad jacks is an unbelievable hand, like wins all the time, and still lose, which is like a very rare occurrence, and it has to happen. And then when that happens, the jackpot gets hit, and the jackpot starts like whatever. I don't know, like 10 grand or something, right? And then usually adds up every single day when it doesn't get hit. Right?
Yeah,
That's
ours
how it
ran a
works.
little bit. Ours was like 50 or 100,000 or something like that. Gosh, you would think I would remember now, but I don't remember. We had a weird one.
You don't remember? Do you remember how much it was when you hit it? When they hit it, or no?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't. I wish I did. I don't know why I don't.
I know I was in the casino twice when it happened.
Really?
One time it was just like a 2-5 table. I was playing 1-3 at the time. Second time though, I was at a wait list to get on that game because there was a lot of action on that table, and I wanted to be on that table, so I was on the wait list to get there if somebody left, and it hit before I got to that table. and I was
Oh,
like so upset because and it hit with one of my friends that I'm good friends with. The other one who was the guy I want to be there because he has a lot of action and he's terrible, and he's the one
oh,
that he's the one that hit it. He had the high end, and that one was for 274,000. I remember that one to the
really?
day. Two
Dang.
seventy four.
God, I wish. Oh my gosh, I can't. I have no clue what it would be now. I don't remember. I wish I
And
did.
they paid out. I don't know if beer's probably the same way. They paid off half goes to the loser of the hand,
Yeah,
a quarter goes to the winner, and a quarter goes to the whole
to the
table.
table.
Right?
Everyone,
Yeah.
yeah, everyone that got dealt in. It was the same for that. Uh, I paid out a bunch as a supervisor. It's crazy. Hit all the time when I was working. There's so much. There's a lot of paperwork.
Oh,
But
sure. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of definitely a lot of paperwork. Yeah.
just regular dealing. I worked at a casino. It was right outside the city of Chicago. We it was a he it was a basketball player for the Bulls. He came. I don't remember his name. He wasn't. He only played like 1 year for the Bulls and he was hurt. But I don't remember his name. He's just like a role player guy. I was tapping in and someone. If you're in a poker room, like, if you hang out there enough, people you know the people that come in there. They're there every
Yeah.
day and stuff. So the guys knew me at the table, and I had a nickname at the casino that everyone called me by because everyone's name in the casino. There's like 13 Dans working in poker, so most of us had a nickname. I had a nickname, and when I was tapping into the game, the
What? You got? I got to share what your nickname was.
I can tell you, they called me Sandwich.
Why?
Because I tell you, I worry about everything. So I used to go to work every day with a stomach ache. Like I was always worried. I was always scared I was gonna screw up. I was always scared I was gonna mess up, and just like so, I used to take a sandwich to work with me every day because I always felt sick when I ate anything. I get upset stomach, so I just took a sandwich just to work every day. And I was going into the work. Walk through. You had to walk through the front. You had to walk through security, and there's like there's. I thought they were like a metal detector, but it's just like a beeper for people where they have to unlock stuff at the casino, and they all have sensors. So when you
Yeah.
walk, it beeps if you have it on. So I walk through the thing, and the beeper goes off, and they're like they like stop me. And I mean I've been there a few weeks, and I'm like, it's just, I put my hands up and I got a brown bag and I'm like, it's just a sandwich. It's just a sandwich. And I was with a buddy and he's like, yeah, we're going to call you Sandwich from now on. I got called Sandwich for years. But I was tapping into this game and someone's like, what up, Sandwich? And this guy, he's like, Sandwich? He's like, we're going to make Sandwich some cuss word money
Money.
tonight.
Yeah.
And he went all in every hand. And it was a 2-5 game.
Oh.
The max buy-in was $500. The short buy was $200. And
Yeah.
he bought in. He played $200 all in, and then every hand he won, he would push me the pot and keep $200 to play the next hand. I won $800. I mean, he tipped me $800.
Holy moly!
I got tapped. He gave me $800 from that hand. I was dealing, and the guy that was sitting in the one seat was dropping my tips for me while I was dealing because I just had all this money just coming in.
You had the whole thing full just from the one
it was
day.
it was awesome. That was
And so that was just one session, which was like half an hour, right? That's how you're
one down, half hour, 30 minutes, and he won just about every hand, and he busted like right before I was leaving. He busted out, and he was done. But every hand, he would push me the whole pot and give me two. He would keep $200.
That's
so
crazy.
it was
all
awesome.
because you liked your name, all because you liked Sandwich.
Yep. So I became a legend, I guess.
Yeah, I see.
Now I can sound conceited, but
So that was good. So then you said you hit two bad beats, and then you said you made like 2,400 from the bad beats.
yeah, the one of them was $2,400. It was on $2,400 just was for the tip for the table for the day. I got stuck working over, and it was Mother's Day, and they I dealt it, and I had to sit there for like 2 hours, but they paid it out. But I made $2,400 on that day, so that was nice. I called off the next day, and I like repainted my house.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And I bought a couch. And then I saved some money, and then I I got in. I was gonna do something really good with my money, and I bought into I tried to invest into a bar with a buddy. He was opening a
Oh,
bar, and then long story, he stole my money.
wow. So I guess not that good of a buddy.
Yeah, he was a con artist, man. It was like a year friendship. He like conned me out of my money, like some money.
It was a long con.
It's a long con, man. It was crazy.
He was like,
It
I
was
know
crazy.
Dan's gonna hit it big one day.
I
And
always
when
wanted
that
to
happens,
I've always wanted to like own some kind of business, and
yeah.
that's why I like reselling. It's like
Well,
it's
that's
super
why
fun
you
to get
own
into.
you own the Vandalay Industries, man.
Oh, I
That was quite.
wish. Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, that's I always wanted to do some business. So I was a sucker there, but
That's crazy.
yeah.
Do you know where that guy is now?
He works at the last I heard he worked at he has a good job at the BP refinery. He got a job working for the
Did
refinery.
you ever message him saying, "Yo, where's my money?"
No. It turned like it. I mean, I did everything wrong there. But it was like you get stuff in paper or whatever. I had a cashier's check, and we were supposed to do paperwork. I was on LegalZoom trying to. I didn't know how to do anything. I was on LegalZoom trying to figure it out, and then it was like he did we had a spot picked out where he's gonna open this bar at, and then all of a sudden that place fell through, and we had to get this other place, but we had to get it right now. So he needed the money right that second, and that's where I got lost right there. It's because I like to get into the spot we wanted. I had to give the money over, and then kept on pushing off paperwork and paperwork and paperwork, and then it got to the point where it was over. I was doomed. I was doomed. I knew I
Do you
was
know how
doomed.
much you lost?
A little plus time. I was I like there working every day too.
Wow.
I invested $5,000 right off the bat, and then I paid for I don't know some TVs to get put up in the place, and I was there working every day, and then just odds and ends stuff all the time.
Dang.
Probably close to maybe $7,000, maybe something like that. Nothing. I mean, not, I mean a lot of
Yo,
money, but
7 grand is 7 grand. I
but
don't care
I mean,
who
yeah,
you
I
are.
don't mean it like that. But just kind of like, oh god, it was like the worst. It was the worst. It was horrible. It was horrible. Because I was. Oh, well, I listen when you talk about when you're on your. You like watching food channels and stuff like that.
I love food
Obsessed.
channels.
I was obsessed with all that. I love cooking and all that kind of stuff. So I was obsessed with all that, and it was like a bar and grill because I'm not really a drinker. So the bar didn't aspect like he wrote me in with, oh, it's gonna be like a bar and like a bar and grill and smoking. Like I like to smoke like not like
Weed.
no not weed but like barbecue.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
So yeah,
So, so he sold you like an idea. You're gonna be like cooking back there and stuff.
well, I was gonna learn I wanted to learn like the ins and outs, and I felt like I could because I've done. I mean, I'm not really like I don't. I'm not very. I'm not amazing and stuff, but like I'm pretty good. I've done management stuff for a long time, so I felt like I could. I would be good that way. And I started. Well, since after that, then I got really into. I really got into cooking. I wish I did a like a cooking channel. I always thought I watched a lot of cooking channels, but I
Why?
was so
What's stopping you?
now I don't know. I keep because I think about it because so I watch Dave's cooking channel
Yes,
and
I
I
saw him
always
today. Do you know it?
huh
I saw him
I
today.
saw your Instagram post. Yeah, I saw your Instagram.
Yeah.
Post. I always thought like you had to know everything. You had to be like an expert on things. So like
No.
the idea of like doing a cooking channel is like I had to be amazing. Like I'm not an amazing cook or anything, but like like to do it. Like
I,
it's
I
fun to
I
do.
I think channels like that, a lot of it is based on the person,
Yeah,
not the quality of work that you put out. Like I watch Dave's cooking channels mainly for Dave and see what kind of things
yeah.
he's gonna go on based on, not
That's
to
how I
see
started watching.
what the world best enchilada is or whatever. I want you
Yeah,
to, and you have the I would say the ability to captivate an audience. And
that's what I get told.
I would love to see you cooking something and you go on a tangent, talk about something else for half an hour, and you're like, oh wait, we got to go back to cutting this cheese or whatever. I think that would be great.
Like 2 years ago, we got like my I this house I rent from my mother, and my mom and my stepdad they remodeled the kitchen, so it's like all remodeled and stuff. Before that, it was like stuff was falling apart and stuff. So I'm like, I don't really want to do a video. I don't want to do cooking on that. And then like I'm not an expert at cooking, but then after after we get it remodeled, I'm like, man, I really would like to do a cooking in here. I would really like to do that. And then
What's like the best thing you can make? What do you think? What do people
uh,
say? Go, Dan can throw down on this or whatever.
I do. I used to smoke pulled pork every week.
How long does that process take?
12, 14 hours. I used to do, and then I did pretty good with chicken thighs. I was really into, I was obsessed with
Do you have a smoker out back, or what do you have?
yeah, I have when I was, before I got into reselling, that was a big hobby of mine. I have an electric smoker, and then before I got into reselling, I have a Weber grill. I was gonna start smoking out of that with coal, and then I wanted to get like I wanted to get started, and then I wanted to not have to mess with like the temperatures and stuff. So I wanted to just do the electric. Like that.
Is coal better than like applewood or whatever? Because every time I hear smoking, I hear like you do it on apple over like
Well,
wood or cherry wood or
the fire
applewood.
with coal, and then you do wood chips and stuff in
The
there.
wood chips.
You could
Okay.
you could do, but like an electric smoker, it's kind of like almost like an oven. You got to put the smoke on there, but then after a while, you just you're baking it outside. Really, it's not. So then I'm in Facebook groups and stuff, and then when you start talking about smokers and stuff, and someone knows you got like an electric smoker, they start giving you crap about
They
that.
say you're a fraud. You're a fake.
Yeah. So then I don't like, but like I used to do for potlucks and stuff. Like every week on my days off, I would make, I mean, everything. I would start. That was my That's what I did with my hobby.
It's something I do also want to get into it, but because I know it's relatively easy, right? Because all you have to do is just how many times do you have to go and check out that meat for the 12 hours? Not really that
Like
much, right? You just let it sit most of the time, right?
you just let it set. Basically, let it set for pulled pork, because pulled pork you can just low and slow.
You ever
It,
done brisket?
no, that was the only thing I was scared to, because of the price of it. I didn't want
Yeah,
to ruin it.
that was my big fear of steak the whole time. I was so afraid to ruin steak, and I'm like, this thing is expensive. What if I mess it up? There's 20
Yeah,
bucks on
so
the drain.
I started with chicken thighs because
Hmm.
they're cheap, and then and then I really enjoyed pulled pork, and then I like to do pork ribs, I like ribs.
Mm.
So those were my three things I did the most, and then I did it for probably a little over, like, I mean,
All
I
right,
haven't done it. I'm trying to think when the last time I did it. I did it last fall. I was really
you
like,
ready for this?
what,
Smoking Dan.
smoking. That's pretty good.
There's the channel name.
That's pretty good. Smoking dead.
Smoking Dan. And it has
Hmm.
something with like a little like fire coming out of one of the letters or whatever. Like the S would be like smoke.
Mm.
Smoking
That's
Dan.
pretty good.
If you guys are watching this and you want to see Dan put out smoking content, say I want to see Dan's smoking channel, and I want Dan to read the comments and start the channel. I think it's gonna be great.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. It was. I would. Oh man, I really like. It was like my thing. I did. Like I get off of work, and I worked like 5 to 1, and I get off. I get home by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and like Memorial Day, I would threw it in around 3 o'clock in the morning. And I would stay up all day, smoking it and checking it and putting wood in there, and uh, just letting it
Do you
go.
watch any of those kind of channels right now on YouTube?
I not so much anymore. I used to.
Who's the guy I watched? I think there's a guy called like Max the Meat Guy. I think that's the guy. I can't stop watching his videos. Let me see if it's the guy, Max the Meat Guy. Let's see if this is you or not.
I watched a
Yeah,
lot of.
Max the Meat Guy. He does a lot of dry age stuff. He would like
Oh,
dry age everything and then like cook it. He does a lot of steak, a lot of brisket.
I'm gonna
That's what I
subscribe.
learned about the low and slow over Applewood. That's Max the Meat Guy. Five
Yeah,
million subscribers, man. 5 million
I just
subscribers.
check them out.
So that
I
could be
don't
you.
I, yeah, and all the hate comments, like, I mean, does he get a lot of? He's gonna get a lot of hate comments. So,
Probably. Yeah, 5 million subscribers is definitely going to be hate comments that come with it.
oh, oh, but yeah,
It's
that's
just,
what I was.
it's just part of the. You never got hate comments before on any of your videos?
Not really. I'm not that. I mean, no, not. I'm
We
very.
gotta change that. People that are watching right now,
No,
this
no,
if
don't.
you guys are watching this podcast, go and give Dan a hate comment.
I'm always like, yeah, okay, I don't have any hate comments, and then I hear you got the guys with hate comments are like, I guess I made it. So I'm like, I guess I
That's what
haven't
I
made. I
said.
haven't.
We gotta make sure you make it. We gotta give you some hate. Those of you guys that hate on my videos, go and hate on Dan's.
Oh gosh, it would. Oh man, they're probably. Oh, I would probably freak out too.
People are running out of things to hate on me on that. It's like crazy now, man. They're like we hate on him walking around too much. We hate on him wearing the same shirts. That if you do start doing vlogs, you'll get that comment. They're like, "Yo, Dan's actually broke. He has the same shirt on every
I
single day."
I do, but I do mention it a lot. I mention in my videos too. Not all the time. I do. The only thing I do in my videos that I've done for a long time is I always comment about what size shoe I wear, and it's just like this. Like if you watch Seinfeld, there's like there's a couple Easter eggs in there. Like he always has Superman. You can always
Yeah.
see Superman in there sometime. And at some point, like I don't remember what video. I just made a comment. It started with a live when Joe and Mike were making fun of my shoe size, and then in a video I like had a pair of shoes, and then I was like, oh, they're like a women's size 10. They probably fit me, and then that's what size of shoe I wear when I figured out how to. So anytime a shoe comes up,
That's why you always say woman size 10 in your videos. It's like
yeah,
a little Easter egg.
yeah,
Ah,
it's
okay, it's
just I
cool to
just
know.
and someone finally heard it, and that's I was just something I wanted to start doing just to every channel you have is like there's stuff that goes on at the channel that is like if you've been watching for a long time you understand.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do stuff like that, like just I just thought
That's
I thought it'd be funny to myself.
no, I always heard it. I heard it multiple times, but
That's why I
I don't
really
know.
do
I
it.
don't know that was like a conscious effort. That that's just
Yeah,
something
if
that you just
I
said.
don't force it, but if it comes into play, if
That's
it's an
cool.
opportunity, I say it. I'll say it. Make sure I say it
That's
just
awesome.
to see, just to see.
So let's go back to the food part of it. If you're gonna have like I like to figure people out with this. If you were gonna have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Be pulled pork?
Oh man, it'd probably be sandwich. I love sandwiches, man. I really do. I really do. Like, does it have to be like the
You are the sandwich, man.
I love. So that's like
Do you
the
know
big
you can't spell sandwich without Dan? Do you know that?
sandwich. I guess you can you? The way,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like in the first four letters.
yeah.
There's
Sometimes and then people go the witch. I had
the what? Oh, you were the
a
witch.
I had a cut card. Like the cut card it's like the card on the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
I had one. It was a custom one made and it had a sandwich on it. I was all into it. It was all. It was fun. I've always had nicknames. I've had nicknames as long as I can remember. I've always had all kinds.
So, what sandwich would it be rest of your life?
Yeah, I can only pick one sandwich.
I'll give you three. You can have three.
Like 3 meat, like because I'll just go with my favorite. I'll just tell you my favorite. I like turkey on rye with like lettuce, tomato, American cheese. That's pretty.
That's
pretty,
so that's a turkey sandwich, right?
yeah, yeah, on rye.
That's one.
Okay,
you can give me
right.
two more.
I'll do hot. I'll do hot ham and cheese. Like
I thought you about to hit me with the hot dog, and I was like, a hot dog with a sandwich? I don't know
No,
about that.
God, no, it's not a hot dog. That's not a sandwich. I love hot dogs, though. I do. I love
You
hot
said
dogs both.
hot ham and cheese.
Yeah, like grilled ham and cheese, like grilled cheese. Ham and cheese.
Ooh, bougie.
I mean, and then then I'll have to go with. Gosh, it's tough. I don't know if I want to do some like a sub or like a real. I got the. I'll do like like an Italian sub, like Italian.
Oh, okay.
Even though I've been making club sandwiches like crazy, like lately. Like,
You make your ham like homemade clubs?
I mean, I've been making sandwiches a lot. I seriously love sandwiches. Like I go like I go like we don't have delis around here, so like if I want a sandwich, it's like Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
But you go there.
That's expensive, man.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's so expensive, so I just make my own stuff now. Like I watch TikToks and see those. I did like the grinder sandwich. Have you seen the grinder salad? I did that. I've done the chop salad where they chop all the stuff up. But
I didn't see that one. Okay.
Yeah, you just take. It's like you take whatever you want to make and you just chop it all up. So it's almost like it's chop salad. I mean, it's like a chop sandwich. It's all cut up. It's a mess. It makes a mess, but it's really good. But like a club sandwich, like club with three pieces of bread and lettuce, tomato, turkey, ham, bacon.
See, that could be content right there too. Smoking meat and sandwiches, man.
Oh man, maybe just sandwiches. Sandwich. I love sandwiches. They're just like I'll have sandwiches maybe 2 or 3 times a week for
Well,
dinner.
you
I
think
love
about
it.
it. There's an endless opportunity with sandwiches. You can do whatever you want, put it on bread, right? So
Oh yeah, I just had
the
Rubens a couple
opportunities are
weeks
endless.
ago. As I get into the like, yeah, when you go spend, I mean, it's like $20 at Jimmy John's. It's crazy.
Crazy. It's crazy.
I went to my one spot, the only place left to like that's reasonable. I had Wendy's for lunch today. They had like the $5 biggie bag. It's seven
Uh huh.
dollars now.
It's not even
Every
$5 anymore, huh?
it's $7. So I'm done with that. I can't do that
Hey,
anymore.
yeah, I was in my local Walmart last week and I was shopping and I can talk about this. I love the smell of Subway. I don't know why the Subway like
Oh
sandwich
yeah.
shop. It smells so good for me. Every time you walk, every time I'm like in Walmart, I'm like, oh, it smells good. So I was like hungry at the moment. Like, let me go check it out. There's no more $5 footlongs.
Oh, they have that.
I looked at the prices. They're like $14 for a
Yeah, they're
footlong.
expensive.
I was
They're
like,
expensive.
I'm out of here. I was like, I'm not spending, I'm
I
not
haven't had
spending this
Subway.
much
Oh my
money.
god, I haven't had Subway in forever. Because we have our Subways are franchises here. So anytime they have it, they added like a sale, buy two get one free or something like that.
Uh
So
huh.
like, all right, it's close to. It's like whatever. It might be like $5, a $6 or $7 a
Yeah.
sub. But they don't do it at the franchise here. They don't participate in that. So we don't. I haven't been to
Oh,
Subway in
you can
I don't
choose to
know.
participate in
Like
the thing or not.
like if it's a franchise, they don't participate in everything.
Oh,
They don't
interesting.
always have
Okay.
to do stuff. So they didn't do it. So I don't. I mean, I don't. Literally, it's only Jimmy John's if I get a sandwich. There's a local spot that's okay, but I don't. I don't ever go there. It's a little far. It's a little ways away. But
No,
yeah,
I can't go anything here because in the Northeast in Philly there was a lot of good sub shops or we'll call them hoagie shops,
yeah.
like mom and pops where they just like it's legit. They put like a cow and then a piece of bread on the end. They
When
just
I talked to Joe, the Philly picker, my buddy, and he's like, yeah, he's going down to the deli. I'm like, you going to the actual deli? He's like, yeah, because we don't
yeah
have that stuff. We don't
yeah.
even
You
have
go to
my
the
town doesn't.
actual deli, man. They hook you up.
We don't have a bakery in town here. I don't have a bakery.
Dang.
Like you
Well,
want donuts, it's Dunkin', or it's like the grocery store, and it's like they used to be good, but then they got bought out, and someone ships it in from someplace, and they're not even good.
do you know the tip with the donuts at the grocery store? I know I don't think I ever share this with people, but I do it all the time.
What is it?
Whenever you want donuts, you go to your grocery store like at 10 p.m. and then they start discounting the donuts they were selling that day. And a 12 dozen donuts is usually like a Walmart. If you go to like the bakery part of Walmart, it's like I get it for like $1.57 for 12
Really?
donuts. Yeah,
Oh, I might have to
because
try it.
they can't sell all those donuts the next day, so it's like an hour before closing they discount it like way down so they get some money for it.
Oh, that's good. I should try
And
it.
like donuts don't go bad. It's not like that
Yeah,
they go
that's a good
stale or
idea.
whatever.
I thought you
So
were gonna say make them. I did
uh,
you take the biscuit, you take like a
that
biscuit.
that sounds complicated. I've seen how donuts are made. That sounds like it's a process. I would need
You
like
can
a
get
deep fryer and all that. I would need a lot of oil. I don't have
you
any
get
of
like
that stuff.
you can get like the Pillsbury biscuit mix,
Uh
like
huh.
the vacuum, and you like cut a hole in however push a hole out, and then you
Yeah.
just put some oil in a thing, and you get it hot, and you just put it in there and flip it, and then it
Oh,
comes out.
and just the biscuit mix, huh? You don't need dough or anything. There. You just use that.
Yeah, you can just use that. It's pretty
Interesting.
good. It's
Okay.
pretty good. I've tried it once. My
Is it
mom used
better?
to make it like that.
Is it better than Mississippi mud?
Probably. It tastes like you ever taste the when you go to like a Chinese buffet and they have like those cinnamon rolls, like the cinnamon sugar. That's what
Uh,
it tastes like.
yeah, I thought those like apple sugar. Yeah, no, I thought them like the sweet bread, like
Yeah,
with the sugar top. Yeah, those things smack. Those things taste
that's
good.
how the
Yeah.
biscuit tastes. That's how I
Okay.
remember. I haven't been to a Chinese buffet in a long time, but that's how I remember it tasting like. Not
Okay.
Mississippi. I just was at the Dollar Tree and they had like all this. They had all this. They had bomb pops and stuff, but they didn't have Mississippi mud. I was looking.
Oh, see, so you were just trying to prove me wrong that I can't
I,
find it anywhere.
I want one now. They don't, they don't know one has them.
Eh.
I think it's because of the pandemic. I think they just
So I have to do a better job at this. This is one of the feedbacks I got with my Amber interviews that we do a lot of like inside jokes and I don't explain them to the people that are not aware. So
ah
so Mississippi mud. What we're talking about is we had an ice cream draft on I think it was on my channel, Race channel. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was. And Dan took this in the first round. Mississippi Mud ice cream sandwich that none of us
I thought
ever
everyone,
heard of. We thought it was a
I
fake sandwich
thought
for a while, but
everyone would have heard of that.
but
But it was.
apparently it was good enough that Dan won the draft. We were making fun of him the whole time for his
And
terrible picks, and he won the draft.
I think this week I think I'm the only one that voted for me this week. I had like
Oh,
8%.
I told you right away. You went way too old school, man. Way too old school. Then you went like crazy new school. You missed like the whole attitude. You only had Triple H to get from the attitude era. I was surprised you didn't go with Randy Orton with the last one because you said you liked him a lot.
I did like him. I did
Yeah.
like him a lot. It was tough. It was tough. That was fun, but I mean that needed to be like probably 30 rounds, and there's so
Yeah,
many people.
we could legit have done round like a version 2 or version 3, like what we did with Disney movies. Like we could have probably
Yeah.
done still another third Disney movie draft because there's just so many of them to choose from. But it
Yeah.
was definitely fun. It was definitely fun.
I was just watching wrestling. I watched the Night of Champions. They just had the pay per view this weekend. I just watched that today. I was watching that today. It was pretty good.
No, I've checked. See, I haven't watched
No,
it
you-
recently,
you
so I
don't
have
watch-
no clue.
Yeah,
No clue.
I watched the
who's
pay per
what.
views. Really, it's pretty good.
Right. So we're coming to the end now. We have a couple minutes left here. You know what? Do you know what we do at the end? Do you remember what we do at the end of these podcasts?
Like the rate 5.
Hey, look at you! You
I-
watch.
There was I kept on like because I was working. I was listening to you and Amber, and then I was like I got a comment because I sell. I just picked up American Eagle jeans today. I do the same thing as you. I only get men's. The men's do good. The girls I have girls ones, but they're usually if I find them at the bins. It's the only time I
Okay.
really get them.
No, men sell like I
Yeah,
want to say that they sell like crazy, but they sell within 30 days usually, which is
Yeah.
like, good for me for jeans. Yeah,
yeah, and they're like 20 between around $20.
yeah. It's enough
Yeah.
to buy a sandwich.
I think
buy a
yeah. I
sandwich
think
out of
I got like 3 or 4 pairs today, and my buy cost today was like $4.80. So I'm
Nice.
okay.
Okay.
So,
But okay, so you won't be ranking jeans, unfortunately. I know. I know if you
because I
came
don't-
prepared, if you came
I'm
prepared,
not, whatever it's going to be, I'm probably not going to be prepared.
it's breakfast food.
Ooh, oh.
Are
I'm
you
learning.
are you a breakfast guy?
I am now. I used to not be. I mean, I still can have weird stuff for breakfast. I worked graveyard for a long time, and I never. But I've grown to. I get into breakfast now.
For me, I say I like breakfast when it's not during breakfast. I'm a big fan of like 6 p.m. breakfast or something like that. When you when
Ooh,
you
I
have breakfast for like
constantly
dinner.
I want to do breakfast for dinner, but I haven't done it. It's probably coming because
It's fun. You feel like a little rebel. You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Everybody else is having like mashed potatoes. I'm over here with
I
this.
mashed potatoes tonight.
Oh, see, there we go. Homemade.
My mom made them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom, she made potato salad and mashed potatoes for me this weekend.
oh, double potatoes. Double potatoes.
She had a bag. The potatoes are going bad. You know, they started.
So
like,
you
she
gotta
needed to
use them.
up.
And use
So
them or
that-
lose them.
So I worked around that this
Yeah.
weekend.
Nice. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
Homemade mashed potatoes are nice.
Chicken breast. I made a chicken breast today with the corn on the cob and mashed potatoes.
Ooh, that's a very good Memorial Day meal. Corn, a little chicken. That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's on point.
We did it. Yeah, it was a Mississippi mud. Mississippi mud, not Mississippi mud. Mississippi chicken,
Oh,
not
'cause-
Mississippi mud. Mississippi
what-
chicken.
What is that now? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's chicken with you put seasoning and then you put ranch, like salt, pepper, garlic. I put ranch seasoning and then au jus seasoning,
I know as you're saying, yeah.
and then I chopped up some pepperoncinis and put it on top of it with a little bit of the pepperoni juice. I put it in the oven for like 20 minutes. Then after 20 minutes, I take it out, I put a piece of provolone cheese on top of it, and then baked it for another 5 minutes. And then it wasn't bad. It wasn't like amazing, but
What is your obsession with the state of Mississippi? Huh? What do
It's
you
just
want?
I just saw a TikTok of the recipe.
You like
and
their chicken. You like their mud. You like the
I
river.
love pepperoncinis. I love pepperoncinis.
Pepperoncinis.
Anything to incorporate that, I'll take. But
Interesting.
it was what I had the other day. I had it was barbecue. I had barbecue chicken breast.
I do have lots of people from that state that watch me, so they're probably gonna be really happy if you shout out their state the whole time. So
They might not know what what that is. I mean, it's
I just finished watching Top Chef 19, And there was a guy from Mississippi, and he was obsessed with that state too. He was like, he would have a mold of the state of Mississippi, and he would cook things
Really?
from with that mold, and just people were like, "What are you doing?" He called himself
Right.
the Mississippi Baker. He called himself that.
Oh,
That was
really?
his nickname.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. All right. Anyways, on to breakfast. Are you
All right,
ready?
breakfast. Yeah, I'm ready.
So those people that know how this game works, I'm going to give Dan
Some
five
water.
different things. He has to rank them 1 to 5, not knowing what comes next. So,
Ooh.
breakfast food. The first one I am giving you is an omelet.
Omelet. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go number 4.
Omelet 4. Okay. Is there a reason?
Just, I it's. I guess I probably should have put it. I don't have a lot of good memories with omelets, but my grandfather used to make. He made the best omelets, and he made them every Sunday when I stayed with him.
Did he put anything in them, or was it just eggs and cheese? Or
Like whatever you wanted. He
okay.
like literally had like he made to order. Like he cooked. He
Oh, okay.
cooked to order every Sunday. Like every Sunday,
That
as long as
sounds
I could.
bomb. That
So
sounds
that
really good.
after like other than that, like yeah, omelets are whatever. So yeah, so
I feel like 4 could be fair. I feel like omelets are made better with what you put inside them, not just like if it's just like omelet by itself. I'm like, eh. But once you
yeah,
start
just
adding like all these different things to it, like a cheesesteak omelet,
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak omelet. Yeah, if you ever tried that,
No, I
it was
haven't.
big in Philly. A lot of people made it in Philly. Not many people make it down here, but it's pretty good.
It sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good.
It's like,
That sounds like because if I'm not really into breakfast, if I want more of a, it
yeah.
sounds like almost you could have that anytime.
All right, next, I'm hitting you with some pancakes.
Ooh, I love pancakes. Are they just regular buttermilk pancakes?
Buttermilk pancakes, yeah.
I'm gonna go number 2. Pancakes are amazing. I love
200
pancakes.
pancakes.
Pancakes. Ooh. They're
Also,
not,
very easy to make, man. That's if you want to make them at home, just batter, put
I
it in the
love
little
making
thing.
pancakes. I used to make pancakes every Monday, and then
Oh, was there
I
a reason for it?
I was off on Monday. Like I was
Oh,
off.
okay.
And then I'm always trying to eat better. So I was like, oh, my Monday is gonna be a great pancake day, and so I would make them. Not so much anymore. I won't because maybe it'll be on the list, but I won't tell you what I make. I usually make now.
All right, we'll see. Next,
All
you
right.
got hash browns.
I love hash browns. I like hash browns. I'm gonna put that 3.
Okay. Oh,
I
wow.
make hash browns just to eat. Like hash browns, I saute them with like green pepper and onion, and just saute them, and I'll just eat them for like dinner.
So you do a home. So you shred a potato and you just cook it up,
Uh,
or how do you do it?
I've done that, but I'll just buy like the frozen hash
Oh,
browns.
oh, like frozen hash browns. Okay.
Yeah, but
I haven't gone that route yet. Is this does it taste good?
it's
If
pretty
I
good. I mean,
okay.
salt, pepper, and a little oil, and then I like do the I used to take that to work sometimes after I evolved from being a sandwich all the time. Like I told, like it's my what to take to work. Like oh, I'll take some. I mean, potato, green pepper, and onion
Yeah.
sauteed up. Like I mean that's not gonna kill your stomach. I would take that to work sometime. That's what I'd eat. I like that though. That's pretty good. But yeah, so that's pretty good. 3. Yeah.
Uh, you're playing it safe. You're playing it. You actually got 1 and 5 left now. So
That's
this
all I
is
have
one of
left.
these.
Yeah.
All right. Next, waffles.
Whoa. Oh my god. Yeah, I played this. Can you tell me what the other one is, and then I'll tell you.
No, I can't tell you what the other one
Oh.
is.
I'm gonna put waffles 5 because I don't do a lot of
Waffles at
waffles.
5.
I
Waffle
don't do a lot of
hater.
waffles. The only time I've done waffles is I found a waffle maker at the thrift store, and I had
Mhm.
to test it, and I didn't want to give it back because I didn't want to sell it because I wanted to keep it because it was so awesome.
That's what I got here. I also
Oh,
found it at a yard sale. It's one of those like flippery ones where you put it on and you
oh,
flip it quicker. Yeah.
oh, nice. And then I sold it, and then I most of the time if I don't before clothes and stuff, like I can still do it with clothes and shoes, but I didn't put the dimensions and the weight or anything wrong, so I ended up like basically almost giving it away too. I didn't make any money on it. I was very
Ah,
upset. I was very upset too because I was like I should have just kept it
yeah.
because I messed up on it was like 5 pounds or whatever, and I only put in 3 pounds or something stupid
So
like
so you
that,
lost money in the shipping and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and I barely made any money. It wasn't worth it. It's
Yeah,
brand looks brand new. It's,
I bought mine right before moving here, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be perfect for breakfast." My parents came to help me move in. My mom used it twice. She goes, "I need this. Wherever you bought it, buy me another one." I'm like, "I bought it at a yard sale. Very unlikely I'm gonna find another one." And my first weekend picking here, I found the same exact one at a yard sale.
you gave it to your mom.
I gave it to my mom. Yeah, I bought
That's
it, gave it to my
awesome.
mom. Yeah, so my mom,
Yeah.
they would send me like pictures of them having it for breakfast. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
waffles for me is over pancakes. It's over French toast. That's my number. Well, that wouldn't probably one for me, but you put it
it's
at
only five
five.
because I don't do it a lot. I
You're
don't
a
have a lot of
waffle
waffles.
hater. You
If
hate
I get
waffles.
waffles, it's like Eggo waffles or for real, like, and those
Oh,
aren't good.
that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Sheesh.
so it just makes it so whatever one's gonna be, it's I'm gonna have to be okay with.
I've also learned to love Waffle House. I don't know if you've ever been to Waffle House before.
I went one time when I was coming back from Florida on spring. I went to spring break 3 years in a row in my early 20s, and on the way home we stopped at a Waffle House one time.
I've never had it before I moved, and I have one legit across the street from my house, and
And you're like,
I love it. That's my Friday. I go to yard sales on Friday, and then before I come home, I go to Waffle House, and then they have the breakfast special right now where it's 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, sausage, hash browns, and waffles for like $12. It's like a
oh,
really good deal. So, it, and those waffles, at Waffle House, they smack, man. I don't know what they do to
really?
those
Oh,
waffles. Well,
I
they
don't
cook
even
them
know.
right in front of you. Like the kitchen's right in front of you. You can watch it happen, and they cook the waffles right there,
That's so
so it's all
awesome.
fresh. Yeah.
Oh,
Because I always thought like Waffle House was like redneck, junky, trashy. Because you see all those like TikTok videos and stuff. But the
yeah.
one I have here is like brand new. It was
Oh,
just
really?
built, so like well everything around here is brand new. The city probably grew. I want to say by how many, by thousands of people every year because everybody's moving down here and living here now. So what I used to be here was just woods. There was nothing here. Then they built a bunch of houses. So now they just built a Starbucks across the street. There's a Waffle House across the street, Taco Bell,
Oh,
McDonald's. All that just got built. So
oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
so
Dang,
yeah.
nice.
You should move down here, man. You would like it.
All right. I don't think I can handle the humidity down there.
It's a little humid. It's a little humid.
The best part is on your videos when you're like, I pull the orders and you're just drenched. And I'm like, oh my God.
And like I can't even have the fan on because people complain that the fan's too loud, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. But let me tell you
Yeah.
what's sold.
Oh, every time I'm like, oh, because it gets hot in my garage. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh God, I couldn't.
I
How many times
started
you change your
like
clothes a day?
yeah. Say as soon as I stopped packing those orders, I changed shirts. That shirt is done.
I'd have to change my whole outfit.
It's
You
it's
get all,
bad.
you'd have to do laundry more than twice a week.
Uh, no, I do once a week. I have enough clothes to stay before that. I'm a very rich guy. I don't know if you know that. Like I'm a
Oh,
very
I did not know you were that rich.
millionaire reseller. I have
Oh,
multiple T-shirts.
really? Dang.
Well, now like I have so many that are sent to me. Like this was sent to me
I
by
was just I
Anna.
haven't seen that shirt before.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, unless you started wearing it in your vlogs recently. Like,
It's the Offspring. It's my favorite band. And she
Offspring's your
found
favorite band?
yeah, I love the Offspring. I love the whole like style of music, alternative rock, like Offspring, Green Day, Gorillaz, My Chemical Romance, like All
I
My
like Green
Weekend
Day.
Warriors.
I don't I mean I don't know. I would know Offspring if I heard a song, but I don't really know their songs.
Yeah, I'll play this after the live's over. You'll know. It's
Okay.
very like
I know them. I've heard, but I just don't
like
like.
high school alternative rock for me. Like it's
Yeah,
nostalgic. You have one left. Number one for breakfast.
hope it's good.
I say it's good. I don't know what you like though. It's bacon.
I do like bacon. Bacon's the best.
You happy with that one?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
So you have bacon, pancakes, hash browns, omelets, waffles. That's your list.
that's pretty good.
Satisfied? I would say you did pretty good. You're pretty
That's a
good.
pretty good list.
You did a risky strategy, leaving 1 and 5 at the end. That was risky, but it played off. I was trying to put like one bad one there, but I love all breakfast foods. I didn't know what to put that would be like a bad breakfast food. So like I couldn't even
Like
stop it.
grapefruit or something. But like if
Oh
you
yeah,
use it,
that could have been bad. Yeah.
but if you use it, it's not bad. But if you get it
Yeah.
like you cut it in half and you get a little spoon with a little fork on the little teeth on the end, and you got to sit there and
Yeah.
dig
I
out.
was
And have
thinking maybe like a Greek yogurt or something like that.
I
That
like
could
good
have been.
yogurt though.
See, yes, so
I like like I make overnight oats. You ever do the overnight oats?
no, what is that?
You take like a half a cup of rolled oats, throw it into a mason jar with there's all kinds of different things, but I put like half a cup of milk, like any kind of milk, and then I throw in a carton a little can, like a Greek yogurt, like a little tub of whatever flavor it
Uh
is,
huh.
and then you shake it all up, and then you can put like sweetener in it. I don't put any sweetener because the Greek yogurt is pretty sweet, and then I throw in frozen uh,
Fruit.
fruit, and then
Yeah,
it, or you can put fresh fruit in, but you just put it in your fridge overnight, and then it's ready to eat in the morning. It's like a cold porridge type thing. It's pretty good.
that sounds really good, actually.
But you can do there's like tons. You can I mean you could do cocoa powder. You can make chocolate ones. You can make I mean there's a million different types you can make.
What's this called?
It's called overnight oats.
Overnight oats. I gotta look at
I
that.
found it. I found it on Pinterest years ago when I was working. When I was working, it goes so before it was. I used to work an early shift at work. I mean, I worked at the casinos for a long time, but I worked in the early mornings, so I would have to. I would eat breakfast there, and a lot of times you would get you're dealing. You wouldn't get your full half-hour break, so you have quick stuff. So sandwiches quick, and then I found that you don't have to heat it up or nothing. You
No,
need
yeah,
to
you just eat it.
start
Take
eating
the
it. So I
open
could
the
hurry up
jar
and
and you're good to go. Yeah,
yeah, I could hurry up and eat it and get back to work like without having to worry about
I
like
gotta look into that. That sounds pretty good, and it's something you can. How long does it last in the fridge?
like 3 days.
Okay, so you can make it ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually make it the night. I didn't make it tonight. I usually make it the night before for the next morning. Like while I'm finishing dinner, while I'm
Yeah.
cooking dinner and feeding my dog, I'll make it real fast for the next morning, and then that's how I've been trying to eat better. And I'll have that in the morning with some. I eat scrambled egg. I eat an egg with some egg whites, and that's my
Mm.
breakfast. And then tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow spam and eggs with with some rice. Spam, eggs, and rice.
Spam. Wow. Okay.
Spam.
Me and David had some spam fries today.
Oh, did you like them?
No,
You don't like spam?
I I've had to try it. Like how often in life can you get an attempt to try some spam fries from a food truck? So we tried it. I thought it was like French fries. They're gonna have like spam inside them. You know, like French fries,
Literally
you know,
just cut up spam.
it was just legit cut up spam that was deep fried. It wasn't like terrible, but not where my head went. You know,
Yeah,
you think like I've had like fries with like bacon and cheese and stuff like that. I thought it was gonna be like that, but spam instead.
like a
But it
chicken
was
fry.
yeah,
Like
but it wasn't. But it wasn't. But they did have like a deep fried bread taco, which was really good. That hits us. That hit the
oh, that
spot.
sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, it's the same little food truck. A lot of food trucks there. A lot of food trucks there. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go. There's your five guys. There's the rank five game. Thank you for that. And we're at the 2 hour mark, man. That was
Hey,
fast,
that was fast. Dang.
fast. That's
Dang.
what like every time I learn about these episodes, those 2 hours fly by.
Dang, man.
Yeah. So tell people where they can find you. Where can people find
Well,
this
hopefully
Dan that's in demand?
you can find me on hopefully on YouTube. I mean, I have stuff on YouTube. I'm somewhere. I'm running around Northwest Indiana. If you're around here, you can say hi. Not my exact locations, but
You want to tell he what it got broken into once. He doesn't want all the people at his door all the time. So.
yeah, YouTube and
Yeah.
somewhat on Instagram. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't keep up with this.
I'm gonna put Dan's YouTube and Instagram in the links below. Make sure you guys go follow that and go on his channel and encourage him, guys, to start this food one. I really want to see.
Can I
I
just
wanna
change
see
my other
Dan-
one to food? Can just start
I
doing
want to
food?
see Dan make sandwiches. I want to see Dan smoke meats. I want to see Dan give me overnight oat recipes.
Ooh, yeah.
That you could do a lot with food, man, and it seems like you have the passion for it. So I think it'll be pretty fun
Oh.
for you to try that. So by the time it gets released, you guys go encourage him and say, "Yo, Dan, start this journey."
Yeah. All right. Maybe.
And I'm actually gonna message you every day until you start it.
Oh, man. All right. Okay.
And then I'll have you again in the future when you have like 1 million subscribers on the food channel. I'm like, "Hi, see, this is
I
the
don't know if
Dan."
I might be too big by then.
Yeah, it might not be a last minute one. I might have to like book you ahead of time.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to. Yeah, get ahead.
it won't be
Yeah,
like, hey,
thanks for
you're
asking
free.
me. I'm excited. My first podcast.
This is your first spot. You were your first guest. Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Thanks
It
for asking
seems
me.
it seems like everybody so far that was like it was like Amber's first podcast. I think she was looking a lot before her first podcast. It was Anfisa's first podcast. So this is great. You guys can get a chance to experience what it is. It's kind of like a live, just like I say. It's like live, but there's no audience to kind of distract you from it. That was
Yeah,
my thing with like the. I love doing this live too. It's fun, but like the audience has different, I guess, ideas for the show than I would have. So they would ask different kind of questions, and then those tangents go for like half an hour. And I would like have questions I would never get a chance to ask because the audience goes in separate directions. So that's why I wanted to do it this way, and it's been fun so far. So
yeah. That's
hopefully
awesome.
continue doing it. We gotta have you back on. We have a lot more
Thanks.
to discuss.
Yes.
We can spend the whole hour talking about just sandwiches.
Ooh, I love sandwiches. Oh man, all kinds of sandwiches.